Hey, welcome to this weekly MoveQuest Update Call. We're excited to have you here. Just so you know, in the description below, there is a summary blog post that we created for you to help you review everything you learn in this video. So without further ado, let's get into the update.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, we're here on Tuesday night where we're able to actually have our time with the creator of this illustrious platform we call MoveQuest. Once again, we always like to thank and welcome all of you that have been supporting the project for over the last, I normally would say a year, but man, this thing has been actually being groomed and developed over the last 3.5 to 4 years. So for those of you that have been here that long, and for those of you that have been on this journey with us for the last year, as well as those individuals that I know are here listening tonight that have just found out about MoveQuest and recently became part of the community. We welcome you all to tonight's call. Just a bit of housekeeping before we get started. Just know and understand that any of the information that is being shared, none of it is intended to be financial advice in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It is just information based on the things that we're seeing, working toward doing and developing with this project, not just for now, but in the future as well. And anytime you're parting with your hard-earned money, you always want to make sure that you are informed and making a sound financial decision for you and your family. And in doing so, always check with your financial advisor or what have you in order to make sure that anything that you're doing falls in line with what your goals and objectives actually are. That being said, once again, on our Tuesday night call, we like to make sure that the community can actually hear, see, and understand what's going on. And for those of you that have been around and seeing over the last, I want to say the last few weeks, but especially over the last week or so, there have been a lot of exciting things happening within the community. And we're going to hear more and more about that this evening. But before we get started, there's a gentleman that he brings a lot of fire and energy to everything that's taking place. He works very diligently on a daily basis to help not just promote, but actually help educate and assist individuals that are in this particular platform. So I want to allow Mr. Hayden to come and actually give us what he always does before we get started. Mr. Hayden, are you with us this evening, sir?
I am here loud and clear. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, sir. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Herschel Crow. How you doing tonight, sir?
Wonderful, wonderful, man. Excited, man. I love the activity and the things that's actually happening. I like seeing those individuals that, have been here or, jumped on board for a little while or what have you, and, may have slowed down a little bit, but are getting back active and actually seeing the developments that have taken place, over, a decent time period or whatever, and really seeing that we have a platform that, truly can stand the test of time.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm right there with you, brother. Likewise. And thank you very much, Mr. Herschel Crow. It's always a pleasure to be in the trenches and on the front lines with you, working to expand this project worldwide, working hard. Hard work and discipline is definitely going to pay off. So,
Absolutely.
that being said, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting Tuesday night MoveQuest Update Call event. As Mr. Herschel Crow said, this is Hayden Andre, your friendly neighborhood digital asset investor, maxing out with you all right here on Zoom live on 2025. And as always, we are always energized, always fired up, and incredibly excited about success. And mainly because on August the 15th, 2025, and that is this Friday, MoveQuest celebrates 1 year operating successfully on the Avalanche blockchain. Those of you who know, that's a legit reason to unleash your best Ric Flair. Woo! Ric Flair drip, baby. We are in the party, before the party, and it's time to get turned up. Special shout outs and congratulations to the entire MoveQuest Nation. Just a few quick important reminders before we begin. As I always say, the reminder benefits the entrepreneur. So, firstly, just in case there is even the slightest amount of confusion, listen very, very carefully. MoveQuest is the #1 decentralized move to earn platform in the world. There is no other project on the planet like MoveQuest. MoveQuest is setting the standard for blockchain project design. You are super early, every single one of you. MoveQuest is a technological phenom. Big shout outs to the man WG, the real top G on the advanced blockchain code. You know who you are. And of course, big respect to the brilliant architect behind this powerful idea, the light paper lioness, Miss Lynette Artin. Now, secondly, we are in the middle of the third quarter of 2025 already. This year is traveling super fast. The reminder here is that some of you set some big goals 8 months ago in the beginning of the year. Yeah, I'm reminding you right now. Think back to January. Everybody was in celebration mode then too, setting some big goals, financial goals, and health goals. The big question is, how close are you to achieving them? Right now is an excellent time, an excellent opportunity to take action towards crushing the goals that you set in the beginning of 2025. You can't win big playing it small. Now is the time to push yourself. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. You see, the comfort zone might feel good. However, it's a terrible place to remain. Nothing extraordinary grows in the comfort zone. So be more than just goal setters. Let's be goal achievers. Now, lastly, those of you who are wisely sharing the MoveQuest project with others, make sure that when you do, that you kiss. Now, I know I just freaked some of you out, but don't worry, it's not what you think. KISS is an acronym for Keep It Super Simple. You see, sometimes people try way too hard to share something very, very simple. Write this down. Please take a moment, grab a pen, grab your phone and start typing. MoveQuest is a move to earn app. That's it. Smack, kiss, simple. There are approximately 6 stages to getting started, and rest assured, whether you are new or experienced, help is available to make sure that the experience is a super success. So whatever you do, just remember to prioritize safety, security, and best practices. In fact, safety and security is officially the new sexy. No one from any branch of MoveQuest team will ever contact you privately asking you to connect your wallet somewhere or share your private security information. Never, ever, ever share your password and private keys with anyone. Learn more about MoveQuest by visiting www.movequest.com, the official MoveQuest YouTube channel. Visit the MoveQuest X account, the Facebook and Discord channel. You can earn while you sleep. Just don't sleep on all the incredible promotions that are taking place right now. These are limited time offers available only while celebrations last. Massive shout outs to the diamond hand hodlers out here, the multi-set soldiers, and the multiple watch warriors. You are all loaded up and positioned to win big, simply because you took action sometime between now and 1 year ago. And for all of you who are new and just learning about MoveQuest right now, you are in the right place at the right time. The absolute best is yet to come. That's all from the coach tonight. Stay focused, stay rich, max out all day, every day. Herschel Crow, back over to you.
Once again, Mr. Hayden, you give us the peel that we need to have in understanding what this platform is and how we can operate within it or what have you. And you said it at the end there, being safe and secure is paramount. You can get assets, but we have to protect them. So that's something that we all have to stay on top of. So thank you for your enthusiasm and excitement that you bring to the community at this particular point in time. We want to go ahead and yield the floor to Miss Lynette Arden so she can actually share what I believe is going to be a few amazing things that I know a lot of people have been waiting to hear about or whatever. But I'm going to let her take it from here. Miss Lynette, how are you doing this evening, ma'am?
Oh, I cannot complain. I have lots to do. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Right.
I love to see the turnout we had. That means people are paying attention, you guys, because we got a lot of exciting things. I am going to shut my video off, though, because I'm going to share my screen to get started here. And I'll share, and then I did find some time to get, it's easy, I think, to follow slides for people. And it keeps me kind of in line. So we're going to first start out with our updates. So on July 19th, I didn't tell anybody what I was doing. Not the core team, not our marketing group, not any of the users in the community, just Waleed. That was it. That we were going to just unlock back slots and gift you guys with all kinds of miners. We've been on the Avalanche chain. August 1st was our 1 year mark. And there's several reasons why I did this, and hopefully you'll see it all by the time I'm done. But the biggest point is to show you, because you'll see this in a lot of different projects, that constant need for new money to come in. And we don't need that. And where the new money would come in at is from minting the miners. That's the first thing you need, is to mint the miners. Then you enter into the ecosystem, which is where you engage on a daily basis. And so on July 19th, I made a decision that everybody in our community, as a anniversary gift to all of you who have been here for our first year proof of concept on the Avalanche chain, was to give all of you a boost. And so since then, up until today, we have unlocked 79,968 mining dock slots, which have a cost of $80 each. That was a total of $6,397,440 worth of gifts that we gave to our community. We have given away 234,954 trailblazers at $100 each, and that equates to $23,495,400. We have given away 5,621 Titans at $800 each. That's another 4.4 million. And we have given away 2,104 Vanguards at $175 each, for a grand total of $34,757 to our community. $34,757,840. So,
real quick, Lynette, I just want to make sure before you go on, did you have a screen that you were trying to share?
Yeah, my screen's not showing.
No.
Go figure. It says I'm
Hold
sharing.
on. Let me see. There you go. Yeah, it is. Okay. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure. Okay. It was on my end.
Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, it happens. But oftentimes, the Zoom, it won't share my screen. I got to come back and do it 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
So I don't know about you guys, but to me, that's really exciting. Okay, because we just gave our existing community $34 million worth of mining equipment. And many of you are just realizing we got slots and miners for free. So because of this, many of you have been coming into the support, trying to figure out how to get these stacked, how to get the new MoveQuest app downloaded, and where to claim them. It's been kind of chaotic because I didn't give anybody any notice, right? I just dropped this on all of you. And so we are going to extend the Titan Vanguard promotion to August 20th at 9 p.m. Eastern. That was supposed to end on August 14th. So all of you who are here, I'm going to go over what that is. Some of you will know, some of you don't. But what you don't want to miss out on are the remaining Vanguards and Titans that we're giving away. We're giving the entire community an opportunity to get all 18 dock slots unlocked. Okay, we gave you 8 each, along with the miners, the Trailblazer miners. Now, our goal is to have 5,500 of our community's wallets mining with 18 dock slots. That's our ultimate goal by August 21st, which I'm going to explain to you why. So every time 100 more wallets are mining with 18 mining dock slots, you get sent a Vanguard. Okay, so at 2100, we've already sent those out. Now we're getting to the 2200. When we hit 2200, 2200 Vanguards go out. When we hit 2300, 2300 Vanguards go out. When we hit 2400, 2400 Vanguards go out. When we have 2500 of the community's wallets that are mining with 18 dock slots. Some of you that have 17 open, $80 is what it costs you in MoveQuest. You got to go to the exchange, buy MoveQuest, or you use what you've already mined, and you unlock that last dock slot, and it gets tallied into this fourth. We're in the fourth milestone or the fourth round right now, and you'll get the Vanguard. And as we approach to 2500, you get a Titan. So those of you who are mining with 17 mining dock slots unlocked, a Titan is $800. Vanguards are 175. So just in this round, we've got 3 more Vanguards going out and 1 more Titan. And so it's worth it. Those of you who are mining with 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and nobody's at the 10 mark. Okay. All of you, we bumped you up to 11 to 18. If you were mining with 3 or more dock slots open, we gave you 8, and we bumped you up above the 10 mining dock slots. All of those come with Trailblazers. So you can claim those and dock those, and that will get you up to, where you've got your 18 miners that are docked and mining. So to give you an idea of how this works, those of you that were already at 18 in milestone 1, if we hit the 5,500 by August 21st, you will have, or by August 20th, you will have ended up with 10 Titans. That's $8,000 worth of Titans. That's a big, big deal. Those of you who came in round 2, you will have received 9 Titans. Those of you in round 3, you will have received 8 Titans. That means that we're not sending them to you, milestone 1 and 2. Every time we hit a milestone, you don't get a Titan for that milestone. You've got to get into the milestones as fast as you can so you can get the most miners. If you wait until the very end to do it, and we're at the 5,500 mark, you will have only ended up with 1 Titan. So the sooner that you get into the round, every time we reach that milestone, every 500 wallets that are docked, a Titan goes out to every single one of those wallets. So we just have sent out, I don't remember how many it was. It was in this back page, but over 5,000 Titans already have gone out. To those of you who have unlocked those last few slots, you've received those Titans. So you don't want to wait on that. You've only got until the 20th to upgrade your last few slots to unlock those and get miners plugged into them. The minute you unlock a slot, the Trailblazer goes out. We're giving away, every time somebody unlocks slots, the Trailblazers come with it. Okay, so you don't have to pay to get started with MoveQuest. You get the free miner and the free slot. You got the Phantom miner. Anybody can start at no charge. At 0 charge. They just get active, start moving, they submit their proof of physical activity, and they become engaged in the ecosystem. The more slots you unlock, the more Trailblazers that you're going to receive. So this is just showing you what we've done just in this last week. After we unlocked everybody's slots, give you the opportunity to bump up to the 18 slots. And so right now we've sent out 2,100 Vanguards. We've sent out 5,621 Titans. Now, getting back to what Hayden said, I had to go grab this image real quick when you were talking, Hayden, about us being the number one move to earn. We really are, honestly. When you go look at all of the other move to earns market value on their tokens, okay, they just can't get up past that nickel, 5 cent token. And I'm happy, with what our token has done. We listed at a $1 back in 1 year ago, August 1st, and any new token that is listed will always have that, excitement and that first run to the high dollar. What's up, honey? I don't know if I have any, but when I'm off the Zoom, I'll look. Oh, yeah. Have your dad go make them. Oh, yep. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm a granddaughter here. She wants SpaghettiOs. So anyway, I love this post. Christy sent it in to one of us. It says, last month I earned 213 sweat coins, translating to just 73 cents. In stark contrast, my MoveQuest rewards totaled $171.50. 171.56 MoveQuest. Yeah, astonishingly, that amounted to $1,435. It's remarkable how the same effort can yield such dramatically different outcomes depending on the platform you're on. MoveQuest is hands down the best, and I agree with her. It's absolutely time to brag. We have only got less than 10,000 people in our community. And look at Step In, who can't get over a nickel. I love to pick on them because they had over 2 million users. If we had 2 million users in MoveQuest, our MoveQuest token would be valued higher than Bitcoin is today. All right, now this is where we're going to start talking about powering up the Titans. I wasn't able to get through all the updates I wanted to share with you guys tonight, so I'm going to do my best to give you guys the most accurate information. But next week, we'll have it all ready to roll for the Tuesday night's call. We cannot use your physical activity just yet because we have to go through, we have to whitelist the fitness trackers that don't allow you to manually enter your physical activity. So the way your Titans are going to power up to begin with, and we'll be adding in other things as well. When you submit your proof of physical activity, your Titans will power up. I will give you the exact percentages in a couple of days. I just want to make sure that everything is accurate before I go and put it in writing, so I didn't put them here. If you don't submit your proof of activity, it will power down. So your Titans can power up and they can power down. This encourages consistent engagement in the ecosystem. Now, the claiming your MoveQuest, this is going to power up your Titans, meaning, let's say you went 10 days and you didn't claim it in the 10, and you went 20 and you went 30. Every time you don't claim and you let it sit right there, your Titans will power up. If you claim your MoveQuest, then they power down. And I'll give you those percentages as well. That encourages people to hold. They're locked into a smart contract. Now, if you do claim, it's not going to kill the power of your Titan, okay? But this is how you're going to be able to, at least in the beginning stages, get these Titans to power up until Waleed and a couple of other people that we've hired are done going through all the fitness trackers and the different types of apps that people are using to manually enter their physical activity. Then it'll power up with your steps. It'll power up with a lot of other different features. But right now, we're going to use the most sensible, and you can't cheat to get your Titans powered up because there's nothing worse than somebody who's already cheating the system with their proof of physical activity. But now they're also able to cheat and power up their Titans to that 1,000%. And, it's just not fair. So this is the most solid way to start until we have whitelisted those. Now, we are going to have the power up boosts, and this is going to give you short-term boosts. Let's say everybody needs a rest day, right, from your physical activity. You can buy a rest boost, which means you can submit the previous day's physical activity and you won't miss a day. And you can rest. Okay. That will give you that extra day to mine without having to actually go physically work out. Because, like I said, bodies need that rest day especially if you're doing vigorous activity. So what the power up boost will do for your Titan, let's say, give you an example. Okay, there are going to be several power up types of boosts. There's going to be several options. Some of them you'll purchase and they'll be good for a month. Some will be good for, 3 months. Some will be good for a day. Some will be good for a week. You got several options of the different boosts that you can purchase. What the power up purchase will do, let's say, for example, let's say if you submit your proof of physical activity, it powers up by 10%. If you miss a day of submitting your proof of physical activity, it may power down 5% or 10%. But if you have a boost, and let's say it's a 50% boost, it may could retain up to 50%. So let's say it's an example of a 10% boost. When that boost expires, your Titan will retain 50% of that boost, or up to 50% of that boost. So let's say you did forget to submit. If you had a boost and that went onto your Titan, it's going to maintain the Titan power. So basically what it's saying is that by boosting your miners, and any miner can be boosted. So the boosts are good for any level of miner. It's only the Titans that can power up to the 1000% mining power. Now, once your Titan gets up to that 1000%, there are some certain things to keep it at the 1000% for X amount of days. And once you're there, it locks forever. Okay, you don't have to worry about it powering down. And then it's going to be one of those more sought after items when you are ready to sell it or swap it, if you ever do decide to do it. And the leasing, it's going to be one of those items that people are going to really want to go after. Now, right now, unlocking your mining dock slots to 18 is going to really increase the inventory of your Titans. Titans are $800. Okay, you cannot get a Titan for less than 800. We've never given away the Titans, and we're never going to do it again. After the 20th, or we reach the 5,500 wallets. If we don't reach 5,500, well, we just don't reach it. But if we do, imagine the amount of miners, the Titans that you will all have in your inventory. So you really want to take advantage of that, because we gave you all a boost over 10. And so you've got a lot. You got a massive discount. Plus, we're giving you these Titans. We're preparing you for what's to come. So I know I'm super, super tired because it's been a really hectic week, but I hope you guys understood how the powering up the Titans are going to initially start, and we'll add up more ways for these to continue to power up. So if you submit, if you submit today, increase your mining power. I'm giving you, don't quote me on the percentages, but let's say 10%. Today, your mining power went up to 410. And if you submit every day, you're adding that mining power. If you claim your MoveQuest within that 30 days, it's going to power down. Not all the way down, but it's going to power down. If you don't claim, it's going to keep powering up. Purchasing the boost is going to help you retain power of the Titan if for some reason you didn't, or you forgot to submit, or you had to claim your MoveQuest. So it kind of gives you a buffer. I kind of call it like insurance, so you can maintain that Titan's power. So you do have a way out if you forget to do something. One thing that's really important to understand is that when we went and gave you all these Trailblazers, unlocked your mining dock slots, it really beefed up the amount of miners that are in circulation. All right. And so MoveQuest is going to lock. Okay, the time is coming. It's approaching very, very quickly. And I'm going to give you an example of why this is important. Right now, a Titan is $800, right? And when you go to mint the Vanguard and then merge it, you have to have two Vanguards and merge them into one Titan. That's at $800 cost. Now, when MoveQuest locks, let's say MoveQuest is $25 the moment it locks. That means it's going to take 32 MoveQuest at $25 to mint a Titan. When MoveQuest goes up to $100, it still takes 32 MoveQuest to get a Titan. Now it costs $3,200 for somebody to acquire a Titan. So these Titans that we're giving to you right now, as part of our community that went through the proof of physical or the proof of concept with us for MoveQuest on the Avalanche chain, we're giving you a major gift here, because when it reaches 100, it's already been there. It doesn't take nothing to get there. It takes demand for the token and a growing community and the sellers to quit overselling. That's all it takes. And you guys seen already when people were unlocking their dock slots to get to 18, that demand for that MoveQuest was there. You guys seen all the green. When the demand for the MoveQuest slows down, you'd think the sellers would slow down, but they don't. Okay, so the sellers are always going to be there. You just have to bank on that. And so you want that demand for that token to be there. And so that is going to require a lot of MoveQuest out of circulation. When the market value of that token is going up, it's going to cost a lot of MoveQuest to get to these titans. But the higher the market value of the MoveQuest, the more in demand the titans will be. So if they can't afford to mint them, they'll lease them. And it's the same with all of the miners. The trailblazers, this is only a short term giving you the trailblazers when you unlock the dock slots. So when we get past our 60-day promotion for unlocking your slots, it will give navigators. So the trailblazers will no longer be given out as the free miner in the mining dock, right? When you unlock the dock slots, it is going to go back down to the navigators is what we reward. You can't mint the navigators, but you can get them when you unlock the dock slots. That will be, the entry level. Everybody can come in and get those at no charge. We don't charge for those, so those will never be able to be minted again, except through unlocking the dock slots. So the trailblazers are $100. So in this case, it would take 4 MoveQuest. And so the second level, we hit that $100, it would cost $400 for a trailblazer. It would cost $4,000 for a trailblazer when MoveQuest hits $1,000 market value, which it will, especially with the growing community that we have. And so a Titan, when MoveQuest hits $1,000, would cost $32,000 to mint that Titan. And you guys are getting them right now at 0 cost just for going to your 18 dock slot. So it's a big deal to get these. Now, we are getting you ready for the leasing. A lot of people are like, well, if you're giving away all the miners when people come in and unlock the dock slots, it won't create the demand. But you see here that by locking the MoveQuest, they will become in very high demand because the cost to mint the miners is going to be extremely expensive. And as the market value of MoveQuest goes up, people will still mint them, but you won't see them being minted like they are right now. So your miners will be in very high demand. And if you're evolving your miners up to the Titan, we've taken away the ability to evolve the Explorer. You have to go from Navigator to Vanguard, Trailblazer to Vanguard, and then Vanguard to Titan. So we don't let you merge up to the Explorer. The Explorers are going to be reserved for us to give away as promotions or gifts or whatever that we want to do, or not at all. So those are still mineable, or still able to mine with those. They are still in existence. We just aren't going to make them available for minting purposes. So once that MoveQuest locks, your miners are very much in demand. And so you want to have as many of these in circulation as possible so that you guys can all benefit from leasing. You are going to be, and you'll see the gamification come in. You guys, I used AI to do this image. It's not what the actual, what you're going to see when it's completed. But you, as a person who's leasing these miners, you essentially are acquiring MoveQuest land. This is going to break down into regions because not today or tomorrow, but in the next 2 to 3 years, we would like to start opening up MoveQuest fitness centers. And so this would play into the regions that you would be somewhat managing. You don't have to be there in body, but you get some perks at the different places that we open up the fitness centers. I haven't talked about this too much, but it's definitely in our blueprint game plan. And this way, people, when they come in, they're new to crypto or they don't understand it. They just scan a code, bam, they can start physically working out. We're also setting up stuff for other fitness centers as well. Your your NFTs, your miners, that is your digital real estate. In order to lease your miners, you have to have a full dock. Okay. You've got your MoveQuest land, which is your mining dock. And then you've got your claimed land. We'll explain that in the gamification. Okay. Because once those fill up, then those docks are no longer available for new miners. They have to lease because there'll be a cutoff point. Like the land is going to get more and more and more scarce. A lot of that is because of, well, I'll go into why we're doing it this way, but it's all part of the gamification. It's all about the scarcity. It's all about supply and demand, and it's all about driving up the value on your digital real estate, your NFTs. All of this is coming soon. I did not have enough time to go into all the leasing details. What I can tell you is to get as many of the miners as you can. Okay, go claim your trailblazers, unlock your dock slots. You're not charged for them, they're free. All you got to do is unlock your dock slots and stock them away. If you're mining with trailblazers, if you are using 18 slots, as you get the Titans and the Vanguards, put your trailblazers, remove them from the dock. We removed the dock fee. Okay. We didn't want people, we want you to be able to manage what you spend in your submission fees. And when you undock a miner from the mining dock, there was no fee to undock it, but there was a 50-cent fee to redock a miner. Okay, we removed that fee. And this way, if there's a day you think the market value is low and you don't want to submit with all 18 miners, you can undock however many you want, submit so that your fee is lower, and then put them back in your dock and it won't cost you anything app fee wise. Blockchain's always going to charge you a little something, but there is no app fee to do that right now because of the market value going up or down. We want people to have more control over what they're spending. And if you want to remove a few miners so you can submit with less, it doesn't make it worth it if you have to spend 50 cents to plug it back in again. So we've done that. We've added a wallet scanner to your dashboard. We've added stats to the dashboard. The users mining dock slots, how many are at 18 or 1, 2, 3, whatever, that only updates. It takes an hour for it to update, and it updates every hour. So it's about a 2.5 hour process for you guys to see that. So it's not always in real time, but it'll give you the most recent, the last time that it ran the data. You want to make sure you have the 18 slots so you can lease your miners. Those of you who want to mine with more miners, you will be able to mine from your mining dock as well as lease additional miners. So it will give you the ability to keep it competitive. People can mine with, 18 of your own, as well as 18 that you may want to lease. So it will really allow you to increase the amount of mining, and it keeps it competitive. So I'll go into more of the details on exactly how all that works. There are no dock slot fees for the leasing. It's a global dock. There's a marketplace. You'll have a private marketplace for being able to share with people that you know personally that want to lease miners from you. You can also list them in the public marketplace so that it's open to anybody who wants to lease those. You will have a property manager feature. So let's say as the land owner, you don't really know anybody that you're going to share that with for leasing, but you have a friend that does. You can set up a fee to pay him as your or her as your project manager. Okay, project manager, property manager. See, you guys, I'm really tired. Sometimes these Zoom calls at night are really late for me. So the leasing is kind of it's very in depth. Like there's a way for you to make a lot of money doing it. There's a way for you to pay a property manager if they're helping you get those miners leased. So we will have the scarcity in the MoveQuest land. So when that's all claimed, it's going to make it more difficult. The mining dock slots will start to increase in price. Everything starts to go up because it's all about supply and demand. So the more mining docks that are actively mining the more MoveQuest land that's being used, the more expensive those mining dock slots are going to be. Okay, all of this contributes to increased liquidity. As the market value goes up, you want the liquidity to match. Okay, so as people are coming into MoveQuest, as that market value of that token goes up and they're getting their miners, they're unlocking their dock slots, the MoveQuest goes up, the dock slot fee goes up. Everything starts to increase based on supply and demand and scarcity. So you'll start to see the MoveQuest land plots filling up with these mining dock slots. And the more full they become, the more mining docks that are being mined with, the more expensive it will be to own your own mining dock to mine with your own miners. Because obviously, you're going to mine more if you own them. You're not paying a leasing fee to somebody else. And it also gives you the ability to lease out your additional miners. So there's a whole lot of pieces that are coming together in this final stage of our roadmap. This is the last part of our public listed roadmap of the things that we need to do. The last thing is the challenges and the events. I'm going to give you guys an idea of what we're working on right now to make it easy for you to share. When we hold events, or if let's say you have maybe you're going to church and you want to set your youth group up or whatever it is that you're doing, you'll have a downloadable like brochure type thing that explains MoveQuest. All a person will have to do is create that MetaMask wallet, and it's a time sensitive thing, right? You'll say, okay, I'm holding an event, or I'm going to be at an event, and it's going to be from day to day, and we will preload expense wallets or internal wallet, your internal transaction wallet that you use in the app. We will preload that with miners and dock slots that have been unlocked for whatever your promotion is, or whatever promotion we may be running. If we go to a crypto event, we could go in armed with 25,000 preloaded internal wallets, and all a person has to do is scan a QR code, download the app, connect their wallet, push a button, and bam, they're ready to go. So we are getting that set up. So those of you who are out and about and you like to share, it'll make it very simple, very quick to be able to get started right away. With a promotional miner, we're going to limit it probably to 1 to 3 miners, depending on what the event is or the time frame that you need that promotion. So we're going to make that available as well. We've got anything I'm missing, Hayden or Herschel, that we've been talking about over the last couple of days? There's so much coming. Let me look at my notes. We're finishing up the challenges. That's the last thing on our roadmap. Then, of course, I've got a whole list of things that I haven't publicly announced because I wanted to get the final part of our roadmap. It's taken us 4 years to get this down. Unlimited leasing. Lease fee can run up to 18. Just reading my notes here because we went over everything this morning. Planes are boosted by trust loyalty. Oh, direct referrals. That's another way you're going to get boost on your Titans. Okay. If you are referring people, building the community, that also will boost your Titans mining power. I forgot about that one. Also, don't forget, every time somebody unlocks 18 dock slots, including the 8 we gave everybody, you're getting a free Vanguard. If you shared MoveQuest with somebody who unlocks 18 dock slots, the minute that 18th slot unlocks, as a referrer who helped build the community, you got a $175 Vanguard, and it's sitting in your miner's inventory. I asked Waleed to make it so you have to claim those so that you actually have them, because a lot of people don't even know they get those. Every time somebody that you shared MoveQuest with unlocks 18 dock slots, you get a free Vanguard. And that is ongoing. Okay, that's not a promotional time frame. It's just part of how we reward you for helping to build the community. And your Titans will.
Can I ask you one quick question right there, Lynette? Because I know this will be a question later. Does that have to be a new person that just started from 0 to 18, or can it be people that you've previously brought in that may have had 5 or 6 and they went up?
No, it's everything. So you're already getting them. Like, people are already getting them. As soon as so let's say you had 10 slots open and I opened up 8. Now you have 18. And let's say Herschel, I just unlocked Betty's.
Right.
Okay. She had 10. I gave her 8 more. Now she has 18. You got a Vanguard because you
Right.
referred Betty.
Right. I just wanted to make
So
sure
no.
everybody heard that from you. That's all. I just want to make sure they heard
Yep.
it.
Nope. You
Yeah.
already have them. They're already back in. They're instantly minted and sent. That's all automated from within the infrastructure. The promotion we're running right now, that is not part of our infrastructure, right? This is a promo that like I said, I never shared it with anybody. I told Waleed the day before he had to hurry up and get everything ready for me so that I have to just push a button when it's, we run a script, tells us who has 10 and needs to go to 18. Right now, we gave away, if you were mining with 1, we bumped you up to 2. If you were mining with 2, we bumped you up to 3. We are going to give everybody, is we've been notifying people, but we understand our notifications with one signal. We're going to Get Fit Mining, and we're going to MoveQuest, and it was kind of a mess. So we are going to give all of our 1 and 2 dock slot holders one more opportunity. Okay. We had already told you if you went to 3, we'd take you to 11. Those of you who didn't do it, that's gone. But if you bump yourself up to 3, we will bump you up to 4. Okay. And so you can at least get 2 of the slots because that part is over. We ended that was done days ago, like a week ago, I think, is when we did that. That was final and over. So, because we already had taken everybody over, we'd already taken everybody up and above 10. So, if you had 4, you got 8. So, if you had 3, you went to 11. If you had 4, we took you to 12. If you had 5, we took you to 13. If you had 6, we took you to 14. If you had 7, we took you to 15. 8, we took you to 16. 9, we took you to 17. 10, we took you to 18. The 1 and 2s, those are the ones, those are probably more than likely people that aren't engaged. And I know that for certain. Let me share something else with you guys, how I come to my conclusions on things. That's the wrong spreadsheet. Let's see here. All right, so let's come all the way down here and I'll show you. When you look at from January 19th, when I started doing this, oh, look, these numbers are great, guys. Seriously. 48,000 miners were docked on July 19th. And as of yesterday or 2 days ago, 81,894. That means that people plugged in 32,921 of the trailblazers that we gave you into those mining dock slots. 32,000 additional miners were added. So you can see, I know, like the navigators, every single one of them with navigators have trailblazers sitting there just waiting for them to claim, and they're still mining with navigators. They're not plugged in. And they got free trailblazers sitting there. But that number hasn't changed. You see that? 5,536 on July 19th. And on August 12th, it's at 5,420. So it's gone down a little bit, but not really a whole lot, by about 100. Then you come over here. Now you can see the trailblazers. Look at that. 6,500 were plugged in on July 19th. As of 2 days ago, 27,397 of them were plugged in. Those are the people that are paying attention. And they were mining with more than 1 or 2. And you can see here the explorers, they didn't change much. And that's reasonable, right? Trailblazers only have 100% mining power. Why would you swap out an explorer for a trailblazer? You wouldn't, but you still can go claim those trailblazers that you received for the 8 slots that we unlocked. The Vanguards, that went up about 5,000, 6,000. And the Titans have gone up from 18,622 to 24,616. That's huge. That's big. Now, if you look at the dock slots, on July 19th, there was 1,952. On July 31st, only less than what, 45, 46 had actually bumped up. 1218 that were mining with 2. On July 31st, that was only 1,195. So not very many are engaged. Then what I did was I bumped up the 1s, 2 of the 2. First, I took the 2s up to the 3. And then I took the ones up to the 2. And you see here, it still didn't change much. And at this point, there were no 3s, there were no 4s, there were no 5s, 6s, 7s. Okay, some 8s straggled in after, 9s and 10s, but I bumped everybody up here. So you see how I reversed it? This is where everybody was mining, and this is where everybody is mining. I gave everybody a bump up into the mining dock. So when we increased the mining dock slots, instead of making you pay for it, we just opened them, 8 for you. You didn't have to pay for that. And you got those free miners, so that's a really good thing. Now you can see here, see, they're mining, they're still sitting here. None of them moved. And these are the ones that are mining with the navigators and 5,000 navigators. They only have 1 or 2 slots. If you add that up, it's pretty close to these numbers, and they haven't changed. See that? They are not changing. So we're not going to bump them up because we don't even know if they'll engage, right? So it's senseless to do that. So what we're going to do is if you are mining with 2 or 3, if you open 2, we'll give you 2. So if 2, you go to 4, we'll give you 2 more. If you're sitting at 3 and you go to 5, we'll give you 2 more. If you're at 1 and you go to 2, we'll give you 3, just like we've been doing. But we're going to close it down in just a day or 2. So that is so everybody understands what we're doing. You can let people know. But we're going to do it baby steps because they didn't engage. They're not engaged. None of those numbers have changed in the last, 30 days almost. And so we're giving these away to our engaged community. And that's all of you who are on this call, and obviously all of you up here in these numbers. So I think these numbers tell a big story. I love it. You can look here and you can say, okay. And the navigators, they probably don't think it's worth it. But what they don't understand is that the market value is going to go back up. This is a very solid project, self-sustaining ecosystem, self-funding, liquidity, and that it's all good. So I think that's fair. That's just my personal opinion. Now, these are some key points I'm going to just pop on real fast, and then I'm going to be done in 5 minutes. We are going to have 3 hatcheries: the incubator hatchery, which is how you mint your vanguards, and you are every day that you submit. So if you're somebody who wants to go up to a Titan and you don't have vanguards, you have to go through the hatchery. It's the only way you can get them. You go into the hatchery, spend the MoveQuest to mint the vanguard. You get the vanguard right away, and for 222 days, you get to earn 0.001846 MoveQuest per the amount of MoveQuest it took for you to mint the vanguards. So for 222 days, you're going to submit your proof of physical activity for the mining rewards, and because you submitted, you're going to get the extra mining reward in the incubator hatchery. Now, as the incubator hatchery expires, the only way to get back in there is to mint the vanguards. So you already have your vanguards. And those of you who are coming out of the incubator hatchery, run that promo where you got all your MoveQuest back, plus you got the bonus mining reward. You'll be able to roll that into the golden hatchery. The only way you can get into the golden hatchery is coming out of the incubator hatchery. The only way. It has a higher daily mining reward, and it will have a compounding effect. So you're going to be able to take the MoveQuest that you are being rewarded each day, and you're going to be able to roll it back into your balance so that your MoveQuest mining rewards will increase daily through the golden hatchery. The nest hatchery is going to be for everybody who doesn't need the vanguards but want to get into the golden hatchery. You'll be able to go into the nest hatchery. You're going to mine the nest hatchery has a lower mining reward, and your proof of physical activity has to be submitted first in order to gain any bonus mining rewards out of any of the 3 hatcheries. So the nest hatchery, you can deposit your MoveQuest. You'll be able to earn additional mining rewards in that bonus reward pool for the hatchery. When you come out of the nest hatchery, you'll be able to go up into the golden hatchery. That's the only way you'll be able to get in there, either through the nest or the incubator. The incubator pays higher than the nest. The incubator, you don't get your MoveQuest back. The nest hatchery, you do. Okay, so there's no holding the there's no spending in the nest hatchery. The incubator, you're actually minting the Vanguard. That's where you pay for the Vanguard. That's why you don't get the MoveQuest back once that cutoff was there. Now, the initial people, we were given all that back just to make sure that we have an adequate supply of MoveQuest. If everybody right now, if we made it to the 5,500 wallets, MoveQuest would be up over the $200 mark, and there would not be enough MoveQuest in supply to meet the demand for 5,500 wallets to unlock the remaining mining dock slots that they have left. It would literally take up almost of what's in circulation. Of course, as the market value goes up, it takes less and less and less MoveQuest, but we would still be what would be held in wallets at that point. That would drive people to sell it. We'd need them to sell it because the demand is there anyway for it. But it would drive the MoveQuest up. It would remove almost 200,000 MoveQuest from the 350,000 that are currently in circulation, leaving 150,000 in supply in circulation. And the Golden Hatchery then pretty much has control over when they release their tokens. The weak hands are gone at that point, right? It's just your diamond hands. We're going to talk about the MoveQuest distribution and the sliding fee scale. As the community is growing, just like blockchains, I don't know how many of you have heard me talk about this or remember. When Bitcoin, when it first got started, it cost a ton of money to sell your Bitcoin. So I remember one time I sold $6,500 and it cost me over $1,500 in blockchain fees. And of course, I'm sure there was a lot of other things that were involved. And it took me like, I don't know, 18 hours to get it. It took forever for blockchain back then with Bitcoin to process a transaction withdrawal. And as Bitcoin grew and the community grew and as more people were involved, the Bitcoin fees to sell and buy and sell it, it comes way, 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 way down. DM, I got like 2 minutes left. Okay, honey. And so that would be the same thing with MoveQuest. As the community is growing, the fees will come down. But if it's not growing, the fees are going to go up. So we're gonna look at that sliding fee scale, and that makes it more difficult for the sellers because they won't be able to mine it. If they have to sell it to submit, it's kind of pushing them out, right? If all they're going to do is sell it to submit, and they're not going to worry about the demand, it's going to be costly, but it's also going to mean that the ones who are holding, they're able to mine more because there's less being mined from those who are selling to submit. So it's these little, but we're not doing it just yet. We're going to wait till the boosts come in and see how these different things work. But just so you guys understand, we are watching and playing around with some sliding scale fees as the community is growing. The fees would come down anyway because it doesn't need to be as high as what it is right now. It has a lot to do with the amount of MoveQuest that goes out a day, the amount of MoveQuest that's sold, the amount of liquidity that comes in through submissions, through the mining docks, through the evolution, and all those features that play into the liquidity. The ecosystem, once it's real active, you got equal buyer sellers, or at least, a balance buy and sell. You can, the ecosystem pops in and it really beefs it up. And right now, when it's coming down again, it'll wait so it can inject and it can, stabilize. The pool right now is 30% away from being fluid. So we're 70% fluid, 30%. When you do a pair for liquidity, they want 50% MoveQuest, 50% USDT. So if it was $100,000 of USDT, then the pool wants $100,000 worth of MoveQuest to be paired to that USDT, a balanced pool, 50-50. We actually have a pool that's 30-70. We have 70% more USDT than is actually what we considered a stable pool, balanced pool. So that's a good thing. And if the overselling wasn't there, if people were waiting for that demand to be there, then it would be even closer to being fluid. Now I'm happy at 20 to 30% away from being fluid. It's almost impossible to find a project that ever reaches that. So I'm proud of that with MoveQuest. It means we have a very strong ecosystem. And you guys should be excited about that too. Those are my updates, guys. I know I have more to talk. We may do another one before Tuesday because this stuff is coming very, very quickly. We have our marketing promotion. It's September 1st. We were really gearing up for August 15th. We're not going to do any campaigning until September 1st. Coin market cap is almost done. We should be listed and verified in the next 24 to 48 hours. I did get verification of that. We're also working once Coin market cap does it anyway. CoinGecko will pick us up, but we submitted the application over to CoinGecko, so that could even happen at any moment. Once all that happens, I think that you'll start to see the conversion rate for MoveQuest in your MetaMask wallets. Lots of things are coming together. All of the press releases, the different advertisers that we're going to be working with. We are overhauling the website one more time to make it easier for people to navigate. That will be ready as well by September 1st. So really gearing up for fall. A lot of people are busy with getting their last minute vacations in and kids off to school for the new upcoming school year. So we just figured rather than try to bump into the middle of that, August 15th, it's a lot smarter to really kind of geared around that September 1st. Labor Day weekend, kids are gone back to school. Parents are like, and they can start paying attention to more of this type of stuff. So that's kind of what we went with. And that's it. I think I've covered everything I wanted to tonight, just not as much in detail, but I'm giving you the overview. You guys can kind of see where we're at. I really do encourage you to finish opening up those 18 slots. It's going to be very beneficial to you, especially when the leasing and stuff comes out, and that's not far off.
Got it. Well, that's a lot of information. Extremely exciting. Hayden, if you have anything that you want to add before we close out, feel free to go right ahead. We have a lot more questions than normal that have come through. So, Lynette, I know we're already over the our typical hour time mark. So, if you don't mind, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, copy it, and make sure we can get the bulk of everybody's questions answered and maybe post that in the chat because most of it are basic questions. For those of you that
I don't mind answering them if you guys don't mind me running my microwave to make some SpaghettiOs for my granddaughter.
Gotcha. We got quite a few. So
Well, we can try to hit the important ones. I mean, if it's stuff on Binance, I'm not going over Binance stuff until probably a week or two from now. We're getting ready to burn 2 billion Binance tokens or GPM tokens over there. People will get, we will give everybody we're going to cut it off. So there's only a few weeks left before we're ready to launch over on the Binance chain. And so whatever you want on the Binance Smart Chain, you need to have opened on the Avalanche chain because we're going to take a snapshot, just like I did when I gave these out. And when they're gone, or when that snapshot is done, it doesn't matter if you come in at the midnight hour. We can't change it because I can't keep going backwards and doing this manually because it takes way too much time. So make sure you're prepared. Make sure you've got the binding doc slots open that you want. We'll go over the Binance Smart Chain another time. So that will take care of those if that was anybody's question. Anything else that's real important? I know that's always a question, so I just want to get that out of the way real quick.
Actually, that wasn't one tonight so far.
Well, that's good. Well, we hit that topic because it would have been before the questions were done. It's an important one. The Binance Smart Chain. We're ready to rev that back up again. There's less than 500 people mining on the Binance Smart Chain, and so we're going to really tighten down the GPM token. That will still be mineable. And we'll be wrapping the MoveQuest token, and that will also be mineable.
Okay.
The next question that will come up is, what about the conversion for the MoveQuest on the Binance Smart Chain? I will have more information on that too.
Got it.
All that stuff is coming. That'll take a whole call by itself when you guys find out all the changes on the Binance Smart Chain.
Well, I'm going to try to at least grab the ones that have to do with some of the things that you mentioned tonight. When it comes to the mining power increasing, what impact would that have or effect would that have on the daily share count?
Well, it's going to drive them up. And, people that are mining with the Titans, you got to look at how things really work in the real world, right? If you're driving okay, for example, when my dad was not one of these people that was going to go out and buy us, brand new cars. We weren't spoiled at all. My sister's on this Zoom. She can attest to that. Well, she might not be now. She was tired from Zooming. I had a little Escort, a little Chevette, that kind of stuff, right? But some of my best friends, they were driving around in them nice little Trans Ams with a golden eagle on the front of it, right up on the hood that I wanted so bad. Okay, their parents had, whatever they had, we didn't. And so my point is this: if you're mining with a lower powered miner, it is going to make a difference. But when the Titans are mining at the higher power, that you've got more Titans that are mining, the market value is going up. They're holding, they're not selling. Okay, most of your Titan holders aren't your sellers. Most of your Titan holders have got, they spend $800 to get to a Titan. They're looking for the long term. And so it's going to have a small effect on the amount that you're mining for the lower powered miners, but not enough where it wouldn't be worth it to you, because it's also driving up the market value. You also have to remember that we can increase the daily distribution as the demand is there. We would have already been up there, but the overselling hasn't slowed down, and the demand for the token is still, we're still rearing up for the marketing, promotion, everything else that we're doing. So we haven't increased it above the 3,000 that goes out every day. And right now there's an oversupply. So it's not going to have an effect right away. But you're not going to see, I know I'm walking away, you guys probably can't hear me. You're not going to see a major change. But some of you will see. But then you have to also remember, we lowered your maximum requirements, right? It used to be 20,000. So we've already given you a big bump. Not only that, but we've given you all these extra dock slots and these miners. So if you take all that into account, you add all that up, and then you balance it against a little bit of a decrease, you're still ahead of the game. Because whatever you were doing with 8 Trailblazers less, 8 mining dock slots less. So everything we did, we gave you a boost to kind of make up for that and counter it. So for every action, there's a reaction, basically. So whenever we go and we're going to do something, I do it intentionally with purpose. And so while the powering up the Titans may decrease a little bit of your power, it's not going to be a whole lot, because we just gave you 800% power. Every single person in the community got 800% mining power. If you didn't, you got Titans. Those of you that were already at 18, you got Titans. You got 3 Titans, as a matter of fact. That was $2,400 worth compared to the $1,400, $400 that everybody else got. So it does, but it doesn't. It all kind of evens out in the end.
Got it. Okay.
Hopefully that made sense.
Absolutely. Once that happens and you increase the power of the Titans, will that have any impact on the daily submission fees, or will the submission fees stay the same?
Right now, unless we do a sliding scale fee, they stay the same.
Perfect.
So we're not going to charge you more because your power is higher.
Right.
My question. That doesn't mean the fees will go down. The fees could go up, but not because of your power.
Gotcha. Okay. Submitting fees.
If we go with a sliding fee scale.
Okay.
Based on supply, demand, and what's mining, what's not, global shares. The goal is to get the fees down. As the community grows, then those will start to come down.
I understand. Yeah, that was more in correlation with the increase in power. Just straight up increase in power.
Yeah,
So no, it doesn't impact.
No penalty for being powerful.
Okay, and then not being encouraged to not claim, or not necessarily encouraged, you can actually increase the power of your Titans during this period of time until Waleed and the other tech guys actually figure out how to whitelist the devices in order to do that, correct? So right now, not claiming your MQT is one way. Will that stay as a component, or just during this period?
It will always stay as a component.
Okay.
And So like for me, I haven't claimed in like 140 days.
Okay.
So that's going to backdate for me on my mining power. I haven't claimed for 140 days. That calculates.
Okay. Okay. So,
And so, really, if you think about it, Waleed was just messaging me. I didn't know he was on the call. Waleed, you should unmute and explain some of this because my brain is like fried. I know his probably is too. But so he does have a very good point. People submit 800% mining power for the cost of a 400. I pay one-time fee for 100% mining power. I pay two-time fee for 200% mining power. I think I'm not sure we're on the same page, but basically the fees are the same based on your mining power. The Titan really has got 400% mining power, and that is just 4 times more than what a Trailblazer pays. So a Titan is paying more because he's mining with 800% per Titan, but it's no different fee for a Trailblazer. The fees are actually the same across the board. It's based on the mining power, not the type of miner. So for like a Trailblazer, it's 10 point something cents. And for Titan, it's 40 something cents. There he is. So, but a Trailblazer, 4 Trailblazers is equal to 1 Titan. Now, if you get a Titan that's up to 800% mining power, a Titan's actually paying less than a Trailblazer because they have more mining power that
Yeah.
isn't calculated into that fee. Is that what you were trying to say to me, Waleed? So actually, Titans become cheaper almost to mine with as their power
Yeah.
is increasing.
Long story short, just to explain that the Titan is its specific miner compared to all the other ones. Okay, so basically, we are calculating the fees per 100% of submission. So if you check your doc, for example, to see how much mining power you have, you just have to multiply the unit fees per 100. You multiply it by your mining power. So if you have 7,200%, for example, right now for a maxed out dock, you would pay $7. Okay. Now, when it comes to the Titan could go from 400 to 1,000% using the same fee. Meaning, I could mine, for example, with 10 Trailblazers, and I would pay X amount of fees, but I can mine with the same mining power with how much? With one single Titan, and I would pay uh let's say, yeah, so 4/10, so 40% of the fees basically. So this is something more. I mean, this is the most important part of the Titan, meaning that it increases its power without increases its fee. But right now, every miner in the dock would increase the fees proportionally to its power, which is not the case for the Titan when you get the bonus on the Titan, basically, when you get the power up on the Titan. If that makes sense.
yes.
Yeah. So basically, it would cost you less to get more to get more amputees, regardless to the fact that the community would scale, etc., etc. Because even if the community is scaling, it will be so competitive that it won't be too much people that would reach the 1,000%. So it will be competition. So you will be able to reach this number. I mean, if you are consistent, you can reach it pretty quick. But just keep in mind that all the community won't always reach 1,000% every day. They could reach it tomorrow. They could reach it the day before. They could keep it. They could just
Lose
drop
it.
down
Yeah.
and come back, etc. So it will create more movement and more dynamic in the MQT distribution.
Okay.
It actually adds a whole new component to the mining and the competitiveness of it, and it's yeah. You guys will see. It's gonna get quite interesting. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, today we had the lady in the Zoom that had, just like you said, in it, about 180 days that she didn't claim, and she was keeping the amputee inside the mining contract instead of just withdrawing to his wallet and just keep it there because she didn't want to sell anyway. So
Right.
we want to reward this kind of holding by giving
a percentage of the increase in the Titan as well. So
So that begs to answer another question. That increase in power, and I know Lynette has done this math, that increase in power, how does that compare to the increase from having tokens in the hatchery?
it will be included
Well,
as
it's
well.
not. What did you just say, Wally?
If I don't claim them and my power goes up, am I mining more than the hatchery produces?
Yeah. But look, Herschel,
You could
all
double what you're mining right now.
exactly for the same submission fee.
A little more than double.
Yeah. So increasing your power doesn't only result into getting more MQTs. It results into getting more MQTs for cheaper fees.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So right now I know that people that are coming into the platform and making the calculation, saying, for example, if I pay $1, how much MQTs with the value today could I earn? When you get your mining power increase in the Titan, you would pay less. You would pay $1 to get, for example, 2 MQTs instead of one. So it's another dynamic, and the condition to increase the power of the Titan will evolve, of course, with the Golden Hatchery. We have a bunch of uh, stats that we can use inside this calculation. So basically, to reward people that are involved 100% into the platform, without making it impossible to reach. So
Okay.
yeah, all you can see in MoveQuest is smart contracts, and the increase of the Titan will be done through all these smart contracts, meaning that requesting each smart contract and asking for information and rewarding points for that information. So we can basically stack a lot of conditions to reach a maximum power, for the Titan. So we are starting with this, as said Lynette, because we didn't want to go right now with the activity, because we need to check and whitelist the Android devices that we would accept as devices that could not be cheated on. So yeah, so we are starting with these conditions, then we will include the steps and the daily activity to increase your mining power again.
Perfect. And since we have you on here, Waleed, real quick, just because I noticed about four or five of these same question in relation to few people not being able to unlock their remaining doc slots. Are there any technical issues that you are aware of that would impede anyone from being able to do so at this time?
No, there's no technical question, properly speaking.
Okay.
But what they need to do it from the website while having your MQTs inside your external wallet. That's the fastest and the most reliable way. You can do it from the app, but it's a little bit more complicated. But to do it quick, go through the website, unlock from there, it will unlock.
Got it. So you want to make sure you have some AVAX for gas in your external wallet, meaning for most people that would be your MetaMask wallet, along with the MQT in that wallet, be connected to the correct wallet, and you should be able to unlock your docking slots as long as you have enough MQT in your wallet to do so.
Exactly. And one more precision, when you unlock a slot with MQT, you will have two pop-ups that would successively appear in MetaMask. The first one is to allow the amount. The second one is to proceed to the transaction. So when you click the unlock slot, you will have first pop-up that would ask you to allow to spend that amount of MQT. The second pop-up would appear to just tell you, okay, proceed to the transaction to unlock the slot.
Perfect.
They should also go to the website through the MetaMask browser too, right?
Correct.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or go to your dot browser.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who try to go using their Chrome browser or something like that, and they can't connect, so they have a problem with that. So So just
Yeah,
a reminder, launch the browser from the MetaMask wallet and connect to the website through MetaMask.
Exactly. So just to be clear, we are receiving I mean, demands and the support that concerns the unlocking of the slots. But at 80 or 90%, it's not just unlocking the slot. There is always something going on, either with MetaMask or Trust Wallet, or the RPC, or so. This is why I'm trying to be precise in this issue. If you have an issue with unlocking the slot, do it from the website. If you cannot, just call the support. The link is in the app and the website. So just call the support. They will go through this really quick if it's just about unlocking the slot. If you have other issues, they will fix it.
Gotcha. All right. And people's Titans will never drop below the original 400%, correct?
Yes, yes. No, you will never drop below 400%, which is the minimal value for a title. But you can go up, and you can go up very quick. You can go up very high, and a title with 1,000% is more valuable than uh how much? 10 trailblazers? Because this is how we calculate right now, right? So one trailblazer, four trailblazers equal one titan in the mining right now. So you pay the same fees for both. You receive the same amount of MQT, but when you raise the titan mining power, you would pay less for more MQTs.
Each 10 days. I was just trying to reply to a couple of here. All right, let's see.
There was a one down here at the bottom that I wanted to get.
Sure, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah, if you see them, go ahead and call out the one, knock out the ones you see.
Let's see. It was up here. It had something to do with the golden. Okay. Will the MoveQuest and the golden hatchery and compounding be locked for a period of time? That was the first one. So the minute you leave the golden hatchery, you're out of the hatchery. Whatever you remove out of the hatchery, you're done. You can't come back into the golden hatchery again unless you come in through the nesting hatchery or the incubator hatchery. So if you enjoy being in the golden hatchery, you need to stay there. Now I don't know, Waleed, if it's possible they could just, let's say I want to just take out 10% of my MoveQuest and leave the rest in the hatchery. We may be able to write that into that contract. I'm not sure. Now, if you are getting, okay, so you'll be able to take out a percentage of them and still stay in the hatchery with whatever you have left, the golden hatchery. You're claimed, okay, so the MoveQuest rewards that you're getting, the mining rewards when you submit there's the mining pool, then there's the hatchery, but you have to submit in order to get, and it'll be the same way with the golden hatchery. If you don't submit, you don't get the reward that day. You have to submit every day in order to get the hatchery rewards, even in the golden hatchery. But let's say after 10 days, I've accumulated, let's say 20 MoveQuests. I want those in my balance. You'll be able to deposit those into your balance so they count towards your new reward rate, right? So maybe you started out with 100 and you've got 20, and now you want it to be 120. So you'll be able to move them into your balance without actually claiming them, or however that's going to work. But you'll be able to have that feature where you can that way you can compound, adding to your MoveQuest balance so that your reward in the golden hatchery can increase daily based on what it is that you're mining. So you'll be able to do that. And as far as the lock on the golden hatchery, just like I said, we may put a 10-day or a 20-day lock on it. If you come out of the golden hatchery, you're just out. And even if you only take a percentage, you can't deposit back in. You can't replenish what you took out. It's kind of like the VIP hatchery. You'd have to come in through the nesting hatchery in order to get into the golden hatchery, which will have a lock on it as well. Not as long as the incubator, but it will still have a lock on it. Hopefully that answered that question. Oh, there was another question here too, and I'm curious about this one. So somebody said, how does where was it at? Something just disappear out of your wallet? And there's going to be a new quest lock. Where was that at? Somebody said something about okay. How is it possible for a miner to disappear from your dock or inventory? Mine did. Well, they don't. do that. It's impossible. You either transferred it or was it a phantom miner? Those do disappear. Those are not permanent miners. So if you had a phantom miner docked, then that would have been the reason. If you think you're missing a miner, let us know. We can go look for you. But I have yet to see that case. Nobody's ever had a miner that just goes missing. It's impossible. I mean, Waleed, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but they
Yeah.
don't just
So,
disappear.
yeah, minor disappearance is usually due to a bad connection with MetaMask. And when I say bad connection, meaning that the RPC is not
Oh.
too reliable at that time. So it looks like it's not showing, but it would show in the app. So
Let
always
me
check.
ask you if this is what it was, Waleed, real quick. So when I did the first snapshot, Waleed is like an angel, right? He got this, so it was automated for me. The first run of wallets that I sent out, I took a snapshot and I started sending these out. But some people went in and increased a mining dock slot, and I didn't have that in my snapshot. So if you went, so that might be what you're talking about, Waleed. So let's say you had 15 and you took it to 17. No, let's say you had three. Let me do this different. Let's say you had three and you took it to five, but I didn't know it was at five because I didn't run another snapshot. And so I took you to 11 when you should have had 13. Is that the situation that you're talking about, Yvette, or is there something different? Because that did happen to a few people and we had to go back in and your miners were still there, but one spot would show you had 11 and then the app would show you had 13. They were off by a number. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, Waleed, but it is, if you're not seeing a miner, it's a bad connection because they just don't disappear. Ricardo's asking, he says, I am seeing one unclaimed trailblazer in the wallet scanner page, but I don't see the miner to claim in the mining doc page. What could it be? I haven't seen that yet either. Would that be a connection issue again, Waleed?
Which one? Hold on, I'm checking the question. So,
Ricardo at 1025.
wallets.
I'm seeing one unclaimed trailblazer in wallet scanner, but I don't see the miner to claim in the mining doc page. What could it be?
Yeah, that would be a connection. I mean, the two functions are calling to the same contract. So, make sure that you are on the proper wallet first. So the same wallet is in the wallet scanner and your connected wallet. Then you should see it to claim above the dock in the Web3. So we are talking about the website, not the app. So you would want them to claim.
Yes, and that is another thing that I have seen. Not saying that that's the case for this individual, but people may sometimes if you don't see them, even if you have claimed and they haven't populated yet on the MoveQuest.com site, even if your wallet is properly connected, you can oftentimes go and look at the app and check under inventory in the app, and you'll see them in some instances faster in that scenario. So just keep that in mind. You can kind of toggle between the two if it's just a matter of seeing them and you know officially that you have claimed them. They typically end up popping up.
Yeah, we are talking about trailblazers and claiming because the titans are coming into your wallet without claiming.
Right, right.
Okay. So, and I see the last question, which is when you hit back, it disappeared. It cannot disappear from the blockchain. So either it's a display issue or, I mean, we need to have your wallet so we can check on the blockchain so we know where did it go exactly. So I don't know, maybe you dock it immediately, so it went to the dock instead of your inventory. So it depends. So yeah.
Matt, if you see any others that you want to answer now, or go right ahead.
Yep. So one of them is if you are in the hatchery that you get your move quest back, do you transfer those along with the ones you made to the golden hatchery, or will you get the ones you put in back? Just transfer the ones you earned. So here's the thing. Once a hatchery releases, you're going to decide, you're going to have an option right then and there to go to the golden hatchery and what you're going to put in the golden hatchery. And once it's in, that's all you can put in. You won't be able to add more to the golden hatchery. You'd have to start out at the nesting hatchery to go into the golden. So you'll move what you want into the golden and claim the rest, but that's it. You won't be able to put more into the golden hatchery. So it's going to be up to you what you do there. The golden hatchery, it literally is like almost like a one and done. You get in there and you hold your spot, and then you can compound the MoveQuest that you're earning. Otherwise, you got to start at the incubator to get into the golden, or you got to start at the nest to get into the golden. You can mine in all three simultaneously. So if you have so many in the golden or in the incubator and you want them in the golden, you want more in the incubator and you want some in the nesting, you can be doing all three of them at the same time. Any other pressing questions that we need to answer? I'm going to go through them all. Why does the MoveQuest app randomly going lower open dots at 18? Like now it's showing 2034 when it already crossed the 2100 mark. It's probably running right now. So it's running, it's updating. And so it does do that. If it's showing a lower number, it's because it's in the process of updating. And when it's done updating, it'll show you the next mark. If we hit 5,500, everyone will get 8 Titans. Well, if you were in the round 1, you will have gotten 10 Titans. If you made it in round 2, you would have gotten 9. Round 3, you will have gotten 8. We're now in round 4, so those would be 7. And every round we get to, that group of people in the lower rounds get less Titans because they didn't get in at the upper round. So the faster you're in, the more Titans you get.
Unless we get to 5,500 and it's retro.
Oh, now here's the thing. That's a good point. Thank you. So let's say we got to 5,500 tonight. Okay. Everybody would get the remaining Titans. So you would get it for round 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You'd end up with 8 Titans. Is that right? So you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 7. You would end up with 7 Titans all at once. So if everybody hit there tonight, we do go over. So let's say tomorrow morning we all wake up and we're at 2,600. Okay, it's going to deliver to those 2,600 wallets the Vanguards for 2,200, 2,300, 2,400, a Titan at 2,500, and a Vanguard at 2,600. So you would have ended up with, you'd woke up with 4 Vanguards and 1 Titan. Everybody. So you can get there super fast. Like there's not a cutoff. Like, oh, only these people get it. If all 5,500 were there tonight, all 5,500 people would get a Titan for every single round, even though it completed tonight.
Right.
Is it necessary to be actively mining in order to participate in leasing? Well, right now, when Waleed and I were discussing the terms of the leasing, you would need to have 18 slots open in order to qualify to lease. But we didn't talk about putting a stipulation on that you have to submit in order to lease. But we may say, you have to be active at least 14 days out of 30 or something, submit, because you have to contribute to the ecosystem at some level. You know what I mean? But no, right now we don't have any type of stipulation in play right now to that level. Is CoinMarketCap being on the ball with the submission to? Yeah, they are. They're on it. Yep, we should see that any day now. And does a increased powered Titan increase the submit? Okay, we already went over that, so we don't have to do that one. Will the submitting fees increase, decrease? Up? That's another one. Same one. We answered that. So we are encouraged not to claim every 10 days. Right. If you're not planning on spending the MoveQuest and you're just going to draw it to your wallet and hold it, then it's best just to leave it in the smart contract. One, it's safer there because the contract can't be, nobody's going to steal your MoveQuest out of that contract. It's only coming out of that contract when you make a call. So that's the one secure feature of that. If you are going to need your MoveQuest, then of course, you're going to want to claim it. But if you're not selling it, then yeah, it's best to just leave it there because that will help power up your Titan. And it also keeps that MoveQuest locked in a smart contract, which it reflects on the FDV, the market cap of our token. So right now, CoinMarketCap is basing our liquidity on 21 million tokens, but there's only 347,000 MoveQuest in circulation. So our liquidity is less than a full, I'll tell you exactly what it is. If we were 100% fluid, our liquidity pool would have $2,066,000 in it. We've already got the MoveQuest banked, so it's only 609,000 short from being completely fluid, which the ecosystem itself has that, and it will inject it, but at the right intervals. When the demand for the token is there, it needs to stabilize it at a market value. It doesn't drive it up for the sellers. I've already gone over all of that. So essentially, the pool could be fluid right now. It would be better to get it listed on CoinMarketCap, then take it fluid. That's powerful. You won't find a project on the market that has a fluid liquidity pool or one that is only 30% away from being fluid. We're 29.47% away from being completely fluid with 347,923 MoveQuest tokens currently in circulation. So to answer your question, it's best to leave them there. So the cost of evolving is also going to convert from a dollar amount to a number of MoveQuests. So evolving takes USDT. That is the other half of the liquidity portion. So the mining dock takes a combination of AVAX and MoveQuest, becomes the liquidity pair. The evolution is USDT, which becomes the second pair to the MoveQuest that's banked for liquidity. Submissions is AVAX. Claims are AVAX converted to USDT for liquidity. And we have other utility that's coming, like Boost will take MoveQuest. We've got other utility that'll be coming for the use of the MoveQuest token.
And the next two, Lynette, were both having issues unlocking those dock slots. So we were able to answer that, and they're able to get that done now, or we have to just jump on with support to get that finalized.
Yeah, take advantage of support because they can help you with a lot of things. Just wanted to let you know the doc stats on the website have gone back. Yeah, it's running the data right now, right? Waleed, is that why it's just updating the stats? So I said the same thing to Waleed the other day. I'm like, these are way off. Take it down. Don't leave it up there. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's running in the background. It's going to do that. So you can claim the free Trailblazers even if you have all 18 slots opened and docked with the miners. So that's your inventory. And think about it, you guys. If you already have 18 dock slots and you already have miners in there, we just gave you free digital assets to lease. Every single person in our community has now got extra miners that you can lease with. We've given everybody a really good bump here. Will people want to lease navigators? I got a few from the first hatchery. Yeah, they'll want to lease the navigators because the navigators don't cost as much to submit. And even though they mine at lower power, think about it. If MoveQuest reaches $1,000, $10,000, even if MoveQuest only reaches $100, even if you're only getting, a quarter of a MoveQuest a day, mining with, 18 navigators, you're still in profit mode. Those navigators are very valuable. Don't discount them just because they're 50% mining power. They cost less to submit, but they still have very high value. A person mining with the navigators, even before we opened, I'd already told everybody, in 3 years, if you held all the MoveQuests that you had mined over a 3-year period, and I can't remember what MoveQuest had to reach, it wasn't much, $700 or $800, you would have made $1 million from your navigators. So those navigators, while they take longer, they're still very powerful. If you have explorers and navigators, do you recommend upgrading them? When the leasing is here, obviously your more higher powered miners are probably going to be the ones that are most sought after. But I don't know 100%. I mean, the Explorers are what 150% mining power. The Navigators are 50%. So again, those may be lower priced to lease. Think about it like real estate. If if you're living in a really expensive, subdivision or, community, $1 million house, you're going to pay more for that Titan. Think of that Titan as that $1 million house. But if you are in another neighborhood and the houses are in the, $90,000 to $100,000 range, you're going to pay less to live in that house. And so you're going to pay less to lease the Navigators or those lower powered miners, but they're still valuable. And so it's up to you. If don't spend money you don't need to spend until you need to spend it, is basically what I'm trying to say. So when the leasing begins, upgrade them if you see the demand for them to be upgraded. But if there's a demand for those miners and you're happy with, the money that you're making for leasing them, then you could just keep them that way. There's no rush to spend that money today. So don't put yourself in, don't do anything that's going to cause you any hardship. You know what I mean? Is what I'm trying to explain. It's not something you have to do right now. The leasing probably, we want to run our promotions first. I don't see leasing starting for at least 60 days. Do you, Waleed?
Yeah, that would be reasonable. Yeah.
Because we want the demand to be there. It would be silly to bring out the leasing if the demand's not there. So we really want to see the market value of the token go up where it's supposed to be. We want to see the demand for those miners. This promotion is going to be a big part of getting us to the numbers that we need to have, the miners that are mining in the back and circulating. Because then once we reach these certain numbers, that MoveQuest locks. Now it's more and more expensive to mint these miners. That's what's going to create that demand for all these miners. So we're really trying to get to that level. And so it's not like I think you got 60 days anyway before you have to worry about upgrading them, unless you want to get them upgraded ahead of time. You can do that as well, because the evolution on the miners will increase as well. As the demand increases, the mining docks will increase, the evolution will increase, things will start to increase. The only things you'll start to see go down is like your submission fees. As the community grows and gets larger, then there's more submission fees coming in, so it can drive the fees down. So you could get to where it doesn't cost a whole lot to submit if there's hundreds of thousands of people submitting compared to what there is right now. So it's all kind of dynamic that way. Will there be some sort of ebook or document that explains all the ins and outs? Oh, we are working on all of this, so you will have all the documentation you'll ever want to read. I've been working on it. Lots of other people have been working on it too. So the leasing, yep, just answered that. Any other pressing? Let's see, only that. Make suggestion. The hatchery will release now, August 20th. The 5,000 would likely not be a problem for the MoveQuest Nation. Yeah, Derek, but it don't work that way. It's on a smart contract. It's got a timer on it, and it is just what it is. It would also do really good for the MoveQuest Nation to go buy that MoveQuest off the market that they oversold. That would be a novel idea. Is the marketplace tied? Is the marketplace tied to? Yes, the marketplace will be tied to the lease, and you'll have a marketplace to list your miners. The submission fees increase with the boosted power. Oh, we answered that. Don't have to answer that one. My compromised wallet still has docs open. Can I transfer to my new wallet? So if you have a compromised wallet and you can access your doc, you can absolutely transfer them to your new wallet. Now, people that are doing this, Waleed and I were discussing this the other day. We have several of you who have had your wallets. You've clicked a phishing link, went to that fake MoveQuest site where so many people were just caught, right? We will be able to capture your MoveQuest in that hatchery. And we'll give you the details on how to do that. We already have all of you that we've helped that have had wallets that were hacked. We'll be able to help you. You won't lose that MoveQuest in the hatchery to a hacker, just so you know. We're not letting that MoveQuest go to a hacker or a wallet that has been, compromised. So we have a list of those wallets. If there's somebody out there that's missed it, we won't just take any wallet. You have to give over the private key in order for us to do this. It's the only secure way to make sure that once we lock that wallet, if you're the owner of that wallet, you're the only person who's got that private key. Okay. Even if it was hacked, the hacker's not going to come to us and say, hey, don't give me my MoveQuest and here's the private key. So that's the only way that we'll be able to help you get that out of there and not release it to a hacker. I think we've got the list, because every time somebody has been hacked or got caught by that phishing link or that sweep, I guess MetaMask calls it a sweeper, I don't know. We've got that list of the wallets. If you're unsure, make sure you go into support and verify that they have your information, because that's important. We don't want hackers to double down and get more. Talk about the marketing plan a little. Probably next week, because it's just gotten too late tonight. And I'll know more then, because we've got a whole lot of marketing materials even for you guys as well. Slash distribution number seemed to be, yep, already answered that. You guys are on it. Don't forget to talk about the hatchery. Okay, we did it already. Can we have all those old spreadsheets and presentations? Really? Yeah, I mean, if you guys want them, you can have them. Why not? Struggling to get the 3 Titans from having 18 decks open before promotion. I've contacted support 4 times. We'll keep trying. Okay, when you say you're struggling to get the 3 Titans, what do you mean? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, but struggling to get the 3 Titans. 18 decks open. Oh! So what you're trying to say to me is that you were already at 18 decks and you didn't get the 3 Titans, and you've contacted support 4 times. We'll keep trying. Contacting support means you went into support Zoom. If you're emailing, we're so busy right now, that may have gotten overlooked. I'll have to check with Leslie and see if she has seen any of the emails come in. Best thing to do, Darylyn, is hop right into Zoom. Get taken care of right away, easy peasy. Feature request. Is it possible to merge our navigators into higher miners? Yeah, you can absolutely merge your navigators to higher miners. For example, merging. Oh, I see what you're saying. Waleed.
Yeah.
Merging 4 or 5 navigators into a vanguard or something like that. What do you think on that? Let us think on that and get back to you, Kata. Did you see that, Waleed? Think on that tonight. See what you think. I will too. See what I wake up with. We get definition of all those and what they do and provide and such. Can we get definition of all of? Well, sure. As soon as you tell me what you want definitions of and what they do and provide, so I know what I am giving you the definition to, because I don't know what you're talking about. Did you say if we hit the 5,500 wallet mark, we should be at? Yeah, if everybody that needs to get up to 18 was one. You're either going to use the MoveQuest that you're currently holding in your wallet. So there's 347,000. Now, if that's being used, it can't be sold. So when people come to the exchange to buy the MoveQuest, because the promotion that we're running right now, and we'll start it officially when the marketing goes out on September 1st. However, we're honoring it now. When you come in and you unlock 10 DAC slots, we give you 8. So $720, you get 16 Trailblazers, and you get all 18 DAC slots unlocked. Now, if you do this now, you're into where we're giving out the Titans as well. So that is still there. Now, as we do this promotion, people will be coming in to buy the MoveQuest. They need the MoveQuest to open up those DAC slots, all of the current community. The other flip side of that is when new people come in and they're unlocking the DAC slots, they're using AVAX. And now we need to buy the MoveQuest to pair it to the AVAX, or we have to use what's banked. And while the price is still low, the ecosystem will begin buying it again if the demand is there, which is going to drive the market value up from supply and demand. So people from the community, they've already got the lower DACs unlocked. They need to use the MoveQuest. When new users are coming in to mine the MoveQuest, they're unlocking using the AVAX, which is paired to the MoveQuest that is coming in through the DACs. Just to give you guys an idea, already the mining DAC contract from people unlocking DAC slots, that contract is now holding 77,576 MoveQuest tokens. 3 weeks ago was only holding 21,000. It's up to 77,000. That's a lot of MoveQuest that's coming out of circulation. That creates the scarcity. So it's both. And yes, if all these dynamics come together and then along with our promotion, you're going to see MoveQuest. It's going to be up in the $150 to the $200 range. And done. Okay, I may have missed it, but when does the Titan Power Up boost go live? What do you think, Wally? We can't give you a absolute, but what do you think we're looking at for the boost? Next 7 to 10 days, probably.
Yeah, next week probably for the boost.
And the Titan Power Up. That probably both of those will go live. Yeah, we have to do some updates to the mining contract to facilitate the calculation of the powering up and the boost. We can buy MoveQuest to go. Yes, you can buy MoveQuest to go into the Nest incubator, and then you can go into the Golden Hatchery. Absolutely. Yep. If you don't need the Vanguards, that will be the way to go. If you need the Vanguards, the best way to do it is well, it's the only way you can do it. If you want to Titan, you got to have Vanguards. If you don't have Vanguards, you'll have to use the incubator hatchery to get the Vanguards. But then you're spending the MoveQuest, but you're still earning that 0.001846 based on how many MoveQuests you spent. You just don't get the MoveQuest you spent back, just the reward. The nesting hatchery allows you to deposit the MoveQuest. So you can buy it or you've mined it, whatever. Goes into the nesting. It's a shorter period of time that it's there, and then you can bump right into the Golden Hatchery from there. You come out of the Golden Hatchery, you got to start over at the nesting hatchery. And the Golden Hatchery will be starting when the incubator is open. As soon as the first card comes out, at least that's the goal. That's like, I think it's getting down to like 27 days, I think, before the first card, maybe 28 days. And I believe the Golden Hatchery is just about ready to go, minus some testing. So as soon as that unlocks, the first card unlocks, it will be able to go over. I am not considering going up on Binance. I just, you know why? Because one, Binance kills tokens. So if you have to buy your way in to be on their exchange, it's just never a good thing. I think that's what really killed Steppen, to be honest with you, because at one point they were sitting at the $5 to $6 mark in their early days, and they've never been able to get back up, and it's because of all the deals they made. Bad business deals. I've studied that one a lot. So if they put us up there organically, they can, but then it doesn't cost us nothing, and we didn't have to give up a bucket load of tokens, which isn't allowed through our tokenomics anyway. So Binance would have to organically list us there. It's not something that we would pay to play there. And that's usually what happens with Binance. You have to pay to play. Well, is this Gina Kelly? If it is, just send me whatever in a DM.
No, it's a different Gina.
And her docs are not unlocked. How many doc slots did she have?
Yeah,
do you know who she is, Herschel?
Yeah.
Can you get her wallet address from me?
Okay.
Yes, guys, don't forget to submit on your Bullish Moon token either, because that's going to be a powerhouse too. Their tokenomics, I helped them set that up based on what our community does with the MoveQuest, so they could really tighten that ship down over there. And the Bullish Moon token could surpass MoveQuest in a much shorter time frame. So if the entire community was submitting for the Bullish Moon, you could see Bullish Moon go 4 times higher than MoveQuest. Meaning Bullish Moon could hit higher market values before MoveQuest, because I really took their tokenomics to a whole new level. Play drip, I love it. All right, my husband unlocked his 10th docs yesterday, so it means he will have. It depends. So Rosalind, if it was yesterday, so here's the thing: there are some people that had the first 9 unlocked, and that was an arrangement that was made. It was just for a group, a small group that were going to unlock the remaining number. They got started a little late, and this was already decided. There was going to be a promo for this group that was coming in, and they opened up to we opened up the first 9. Now, there's 2 wallets specifically that just unlocked 10 after they had the first 9 unlocked. That doesn't qualify you to get 8 more. You have to pay for 9 of them yourself, and then we give you 8 plus the free one. So you pay for 9, we give you 9. We gave you a free one, and we unlocked 8, and you have to do the other 9. So it's an even split, 9 for 9. If you took it up to 10. Now, if you went from 0 to 10, then yes, you would get the 8. But I already ran all those, and there's 2 that didn't qualify, and that might be the 2 that you're talking about. But if it is the one, then you've already gotten the free 8 plus the free slot, so 9 total from us. I missed that we have to move to Binance to another device. Please forget. You don't have to move. I missed that we have to move Binance to another device. You don't have to move Binance to another device. No, you can use same device. It's done. I have long-term concern in regards to MoveQuest being paired with USDTs and concern of Tether's reserves and regulatory. Well, when that happens, we'll deal with it, because guess what? They did it to BUSD, and we just flipped it over into USDT. And if that happens, then we'll just flip it over into USDC. So we always get notification first of that, just like they did with BUSD. There was like a 3 to 4 month notification. If that's the case, you just swap out the USDT for the USDC, and boom, we're already in business. So there's not a concern there. If we can buy Titan with MoveQuest directly in the future, no need 2 Vanguards and a cost of $450 to combine into a Titan. Nope, it's $450 USDT and 2 Vanguards to get a Titan in the future, and that we have no plans of changing at the current moment. That is the other half of the pairing for the MoveQuest. So the evolution provides the USDT. The submission and the claims provides AVAX is converted to the USDT. Half of the doc is AVAX is converted to USDT, and then the MoveQuest coming in when you mint the miners, when you go into the hatcheries, when you go into the different other elements of the project. But right now we have no plans of using the MoveQuest for the evolution, although it might not be a bad idea just to do it for a few weeks, just to get these extra MoveQuests out of the way, which, believe it or not, 347 doesn't seem like it's extra, but it really is kind of right now. We get a chart on how much we have to pay a month when we have all Titans. It's easy. It's like 41 cents per Titan. But yes, we can make a chart available for that. Actually, Waleed, you do have that list somewhere, isn't it, on the dashboard, what the fees are for each miner level?
List, which one?
Do we list what the fees are per miner tier on the Web3 at all, anywhere? What the fee structure is?
No,
Or
not
we
the
just tell them what their fees are?
Yeah,
We can make that available. We'll make that information. We can put that on there, right? What the fee is for each.
Yep. I'm going to list that they're okay for each miner.
Didn't you at one point say that burning tokens was the worst thing apart? We don't burn tokens. It is, because when you burn the tokens, you are giving an inflated market value of what those tokens are.
Just so you know, Miss Lynette, she's responding to when you said binding on the Binance side. That's what she's referring.
Oh, well, we're doing that on purpose. No, that's not going to hurt anything at all. If you've got it written into your tokenomic scheduling to do a burn every so often to remove tokens out of circulation, all that's doing is giving an inflated market value that doesn't have the liquidity to support it. What we're doing is we're lowering the tokenomics, and we're bringing them down even less than 21 million in circulation until there's absolutely almost none of the GFAM left. So we're diminishing the supply on purpose. The max supply is going to be, we're getting rid of 2 billion of them. Those never gone into circulation. They're still in the vault. They haven't been distributed. They've never been in a wallet. We're removing that supply. It'll never be ever in circulation. Burning out of circulation is problematic. Okay, these have never been in circulation. Those are whole 2 different things. So what the GFAM token had 2 billion. I don't remember how many, 2 billion something. Anyway, so we're taking it down so there's only millions in circulation. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep removing them out as they come in from the ecosystem, and those will be destroyed. And that will inflate the market value on the GFAM, but it can afford some inflation when we get rid of what's in the vault. But what we're burning has never been in circulation. So that hopefully that helps you understand the difference between the two types of burns. Please clarify or explain again when it's best to claim. Honestly, if you're not selling them, it's best not to claim them until you need them because they're safe in the smart contract. But if you're going to claim, the best is to wait for 10 days because it's only $1 every 10 days. If you claim today, it's going to cost you $9. If you claim tomorrow, it's going to cost you $8. It goes down over that 10-day period. First day out of 10, it's $9. Second day out of 10, it's $8. Third day out of 10, it's $7, and it drops. 10th day, it's $1. The longer you leave them, the more mining power you'll boost in your Titan. If you claim them, your mining power will diminish slightly. So that's all that is. So if you haven't claimed them, it's best to leave them. But if you need them, then you got to claim them. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Will the MoveQuest and the Golden Hatchery and compounding be locked for a period of time? It will, but not for a long period of time. Not like the incubator hatchery. I haven't decided on the exact days yet. I have to do the math on what the reward is going to be based on what the demand will be, and then we'll decide what the days will be. And it may even be a tiered contract. I know we've talked about it where you might earn more if you leave it for a longer period of time, less, or if you leave it for a lower amount of time. But we'll have all the details on that for you here in the next week or two when that's ready to go live. Well, submission fees increases value of MoveQuest goes up. If the the market value of MoveQuest going up doesn't really determine the submission fee. What determines the submission fee going up would be overselling of the token to make sure that it's a sustainable liquidity pool. We haven't played. In fact, we've only lowered the submission fee. It was higher, and we've lowered it. We've lowered it quite a bit, actually. Titans are paying 40 cents. They used to pay 53. So there was a drastic decrease in that fee structure. If we had left it up, the pool, what goes out daily would probably be almost level, but it was a little high for some people, so we dropped it down a bit just to kind of accommodate, and the ecosystem could handle that shift. It wasn't a big deal, but it's not. It doesn't go up because MoveQuest goes up. There's too many other features in the ecosystem that balances out the liquidity pool for the market value. It doesn't rely just solely on the submission fee. That's just the constant that we calculate from, but it's not the only factor in the liquidity. When a Titan locks and you claim MoveQuest, the Titan power does not right. When you've reached all of the levels you need to do to keep that powered up at the 1,000%, it will lock and it will stay there. Anybody having issues with changing networks on Android, please? That I don't know because I am so not an Android girl. That would be Herschel or Waleed. I don't even know Waleed. Do you use an Android, Waleed? Or have we finally converted you to Apple products?
No, I use Android and Apple both. Yeah, of course.
You have to. How will the elements play a part pertaining to each miner? Art, steel, the mother. We're changing the names of those, by the way, because they don't even make sense to me. We were going with the Greek mythology when we first started this, and we had some Christian groups, religious groups that didn't like that Greek mythology. And so we removed that look in that, theme that we were going to go with, but we never did change what the element titles were. And Waleed and I just talked about this a few days ago. So as soon as we changed those titles, I couldn't even tell you what they are. And between Waleed and I, coming up with what the theme was going to be, Waleed was more into the Greek mythology, understands it more than I do. And so I don't even know half of them by heart. I have to go look at my chart to tell you what each one of them mean. And we do have a chart for that, but let us change the names first. We'll get that done here in the next week or so, and then we'll put that chart up because that is a good chart for people to see what the elements are, what the attributes are, and what each of those minors mean so that you can better calculate what you're doing. In MetaMask, I don't know what that means, but there's 3 docs not available yet after 18. Yes, those will become available. We were just talking about that today. We're just not exactly sure when. But not just yet. We want to wait and see how the promotion goes. We want to see, how much the community has expanded and what the demand will be for those extra 3 slots. The thing is that right now you already have 18. If we open those 3, I don't know that it would have a benefit to you except to charge more. Really, I think it would just redistribute the MoveQuest. We need to bump the MoveQuest up in order to do the 3 slots, to add those 3 slots. Like when we went to the 3,000, it leveled it out. It was great to go ahead and open up to 18. It was perfect timing. So there's a lot of dynamics that play into whether we do that or not. Already answered that one. No question. Just saying I'm absolutely loving what I'm hearing. Oh, good. I was on Nick's, if this is the same Kenny, he was running or getting his steps in through that whole Zoom. I used to do that. I got to get back to it. You mentioned there's going to be MoveQuest lock, so it means Titans can be bought directly with MoveQuest. No. Nope, that's not what that meant. It meant that MoveQuest will the amount of MoveQuest that it takes to mint a miner isn't going to change based on the MoveQuest market value. It means that it's going to lock. If it says it takes 5, it's always going to take 5. It won't matter what MoveQuest market value is. So if MoveQuest goes way down, it still will take 5. So you might spend $25 for a miner instead of $3,200 for a miner. I don't see that happening. Oh, will we get the opportunity to own or run? Yeah, we'll. I've already started mapping all that out. So when I get to that point, you guys, I'll make that clear. That's part of your territorial stuff with the MoveQuest land. Waleed, I got to bring you in to speed on all that stuff. I poor Waleed. I make him lose his mind at least once a week. I am still missing the Vanguard drop for the last drop on 3 accounts. You know what? If you really think you are, then go drop the 3 wallet addresses into Discord, either to Corey or get them to Herschel or somebody that you know that can get to me, and I'll check them. Or you can drop them into customer support in Zoom. But I double checked. There was an issue with that first run that I did. It missed a whole bunch of them. I don't know if I did it somehow or if there was something wrong. But I've double checked and double checked and double checked that thing, and I didn't see any that I missed. But that doesn't mean I didn't. So don't be patient, because if you still think you're missing them, you're going to still be missing them no matter how patient you are, because I was done looking at them. I thought it was done. So yeah, patience won't matter at this point because I wasn't going back again. I am seeing one unclaimed trailblazer wallet scanner pay. Okay. Did we address that with the one unclaimed trailblazer, Wally? That question?
Which one?
Ricardo that said, I'm seeing the one unclaimed trailblazer in the wallet scanner page, but I don't see the miner to claim in the mining doc page. What could it be?
Yeah,
It's showing on the scanner.
that could be simply the connection, the RPC. So we've added
Okay.
a new way to change your RPC really quick in MoveQuest. So basically you go to the Avalanche C chain in the top. So in your network selection, and at the right of the select button, you should see a plus RPC. So when you click plus RPC, that would basically set a good RPC for your MetaMask. So try that path first. So you have a good RPC in MetaMask, and it should show there.
Okay. And then I received 2 Titans and accidentally hit go back with 1. Okay, I don't know what that means. I accidentally hit go back with 1. It disappeared. Does this mean it? So it shouldn't have disappeared. It should still be there. I'd have to see that one in motion, but I'm guessing that you hit a refresh button or something. I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry, Deborah. I'm not sure I understand what you did. On the MetaMask, I see okay, Tay, that you're going to have to go into support on that one. That is something that Waleed has to claim for you on that hatchery because we closed it and there were still some stragglers. That's also, yeah, that whole thing there. Waleed will have to get those. So we just need to get the wallet. I will send my wallet address to support. Very good. All right. All right. Did we get all these then? Refresh the app helps mysterious things. Just you guys seriously, if something doesn't look right in the Web3, just do a refresh because that is how I get everything to appear. If it doesn't appear the first time, then 9 times out of 10 it will, because it's picking up everything from the blockchain. So when you connect your wallet, if the network is slow, if the RPC is bad, it's not going to show everything. Refreshing it does sometimes help. Sometimes opening up your wallet, going to a different wallet address, and coming back to the one you need will reset it too. So yeah, that is a good response. Yeah, the Titans and the Vanguards are awesome to have for sure. Is that the same for any extra accounts we open ourselves? Yep, it is. You open up the first 10, you get 8. It doesn't matter how many accounts you do. It's the requirement, but I will tell you this. Listen, you guys, if you're going from 0 to 10, you have to at least plug in one miner. Otherwise, your dock will not activate and it will not show up when we run to see how many wallets have 18 slots or have the 10 slots. It won't show. You have to at least plug in one miner so that it will activate. The website, it's still the old Discord link. We got that issue resolved. Just go to the website, click the Discord button, and it's got the link right there, and it'll get you right in. Experience missing a miner at Vanguard from the promotion while trying to dock it. Using my MetaMask wallet. It got disrupted. I could not find it again. That would be, again, I don't happen to zoom the support on that one. I just, or refresh your page. It should be there. Once you got it, it can't just disappear. They just don't do that. It's a digital asset. It's an NFT that's recorded to the blockchain. And if you go to your wallet, you can check, go to snowtrace.io or snowscan.xyz, paste your wallet address into the search bar, go down to tokens, hit the drop down. It's going to show you everything you have. If it's showing on the scanner and it's not showing on the Web3, you have it. It's just an issue with a display for some reason, not showing. That could be, bad Wi-Fi connection. It could be with the RPC node in MetaMask if that's what you're using, but they just don't disappear. And just so you know, like I'm not saying that, you're not telling me what you're actually seeing. It's impossible. Can we claim the fleet? Yes, you can claim the free trailblazers. If you see them there, claim them. They belong to you. So you only submit once. Okay, when you submit your proof of physical activity to the blockchain for the actual mining, it counts for the hatcheries, all of them. You don't have to submit again. So it's one submission covers all. The card that qualifies for the golden hatchery, should we wait until the last one completes since you can only enter the golden? No, so you can enter for every card you've claimed. So like I have multiple cards on multiple days. As soon as the golden hatchery is available, I'll be able to take my card and go right to the hatchery. So into the golden hatchery. So you would just have multiple cards in the golden hatchery as well. Fitness trackers be your Samsung Galaxy watches, your Apple, the Apple Watch, Fitbits, like the Aura rings. There's all kinds of Zommies. What else? There's all kinds of fitness tracker watches. We call them fitness tracker, but it's a watch that tracks your fitness. Banger. Okay, what will the approximate value be in the if we hit the 500 wallet? On a low end, we're looking at 150. On a high end, we're looking at 200 if we hit all 5,500 wallets. Why does it show not submitted on some days that I did submit? Well, the beautiful thing about blockchain is that everything is recorded. And so you take that internal wallet address that you have inside the app, you go to Snow Trace or Snow Scan, you plunk that wallet address into the search bar, and it's going to bring up a page that shows you all your submissions and all your claims. Go to method, hit filter, hit submits, and it's going to give you all your submits. And on the day that we show you didn't submit, if you show that you did, but I would almost guarantee you 1,000% that if it says you didn't submit, you didn't submit, and you won't find it on the blockchain as submitted either. But that is how you would check. It's all on blockchain. It's all transparent. It's all recorded. you are making a call. Every single time you hit a button in this app, you're making a call to the blockchain. We don't do it for you. So if you paid the fee, it recorded to the blockchain and it's verifiable. As soon as the reserve tokens will be distributed as soon as there's a demand for them. And right now there's not. And or when the liquidity pool is able to cover that supply. So that was a perk that we were giving. It wasn't something that was actually supposed to go out, but we were putting them in reserve so you could get them when the demand for those tokens were there. So we need the liquidity up to support the amount that's in reserve to disperse them, or the demand is there for them. Over 12,000 steps a day or other fitness top levels to earn more MoveQuest. You will from your intensity bonuses, for like the intensity steps, and then you get the extra bonuses on the elements of your or attributes of your miner. You have mentioned in the past that people have to be submitting 30 days prior to mirroring on Binance. Yeah. So you need to be active on the Avalanche side to get the miners on the Binance side so that we're not oversupplying the market with miners. So we have to know that you are actively submitting. I'm not going to say that it has to be 30 days in a row. It may be X amount of days in a 30-day period, but we'll let you know when that clock is going to tick. So that we have it. But I mean, if you guys are upgrading your mining dock slots and you're mining over here, that's pretty much what we're looking at. It's not just based on the submission. So we'll let you know what qualifies. But if you're active, you're going to be set up on the Binance Smart Chain. Our goal is not to stop anybody from being successful with MoveQuest. It's to give you every opportunity to do the most that you can. Well, we're not. It's not the Androids that we're blacklisting. It's those third-party apps or the fitness trackers that allow you to manipulate the data. And I wouldn't worry about that right away. I think we're probably a few months away from even having the time to get that all completed because there's thousands of those out there. Unless we're able to get it done sooner, what we'll do is give you the list that we've whitelisted. So you would still be able to use your fitness trackers, but like you wouldn't be able to join challenges. It wouldn't count for the powering up of the Titans. There would be certain things if you were using certain devices that we didn't approve of for certain features within the app. You wouldn't be able to. Your data wouldn't qualify because it could be manipulated. Best thing is just not to manually enter data. That's the safest bet. Have restrictions as it relates to Binance. Yeah, the United States is completely restricted from Binance. There are other blockchains on the roadmap this year. I don't know how quickly we'll move into the different blockchains. See, Binance, the blockchain, it's impossible for a country to restrict you from using that blockchain. What they're restricting you from is using their exchange, probably. But to not be able to use their blockchain, I don't even know how that would be possible. Maybe it is, but I don't know how. But yeah, we have at least eight that I would like to be on, but a lot of it depends on growth too, and projects that we're working with. Okay, I talked about a large investment. I want to build 18 Titans. So my best thing, I guess, to talk to would you talk about how to do it, or that's the hard thing about that. We don't have like you can send in an email, but that you're not going to get an instant response because I don't know how I don't look at those very often. Leslie is looking at those, so I need to see if she's up on them. Best thing would be is to contact one of the admins in Discord, talk to them about it. That's what I would do. And make sure you have 18 open. You may end up with 10 of those, so you don't have to spend as much as what you are talking about. Because if we get to the 5,500, if you've already been at 18 with one of your docks, you've already gotten Titans from that. And in total, if you got started in milestone 1, you could end up with 10 Titans. So that might cut down on the number of Titans or amount of money you have to spend. If you not claim it every 10 days, then how much more power? We haven't totally decided. We're still mapping out those numbers, but you will know very soon. So go to MoveQuest Media Site. Official, go to MoveQuest Media Site. I don't know what MoveQuest Media Site is. Anybody know what official go to MoveQuest Media Site is? We don't have a MoveQuest Media Site. We are just simply MoveQuest.com. Our dashboard is app.movequest.com. I don't know what official go to MoveQuest Media Site is. I don't know. You have to explain that one a little bit more, Antonio. I don't know what you're talking about. If in doubt, do without. Don't do it. Someone opens a new wallet tomorrow and unlocks 10 slots. Yep. If somebody opens up a new wallet tomorrow, unlocks 10 slots, you will get 8. You will be unlocked to 18 and you'll receive a total of 18 Trailblazers. And that will be the ongoing promotion for the next 60 days, even for new people. If you do not claim it every 10 days, then how much more power? Oh, yep. We were going to determine that. We'll let you know soon. In March, started with 3 Vanguards. I evolved 2 of those into 1 Titan. About a month ago, I was given 4 Titans and 1 Vanguard and a lot of Trailblazers. Enough that all my additional 18 slots are filled, and I think I have additional 4 Trailblazers. How can I get more Titans? Well, I would say encouraging people in the community to get up to the 18 dock slots because you're going to get you're going to get Titans that way, and that's the only way. We don't give them away. Like, you can't earn those other than just, encouraging the community, contacting people you've shared MoveQuest with, explaining to them what the promotions are. If you share MoveQuest with people, you can, when they open up 18 slots, you get a Vanguard. If you share it with 2 people, you get 2 Vanguards. Now you can evolve those 2 Vanguards into a Titan for $450, which cuts down on the price because you can earn those Vanguards by sharing the MoveQuest project with people that want to get started here. And other than that, the only Titan giveaway right now is reaching that 5,500 dock slot, 5,500 wallets, mining with 18 open dock slots. Them Titans are a hot commodity there, so we don't give them away. This is the only time you'll see that. We're pretty stingy with those. So if we have more than one hatchery card that qualifies to get here, should we wait until the last one, please? Yep. Okay. Nope. I already answered that and put them in as they come out. Well, listen, you will set your own leasing fee, and you will. What do we decide on that leasing, Waleed? If I own the miner and I'm leasing it out, am I going to have the choice to get MoveQuest or USDT as my fee, or is it just the USDT, or is it just AVAX? Did we ever determine what that was going to be?
Well, that depends on you. I so it will
Well, I
depend
had wanted
on.
to give them an option, but I didn't know if you had given me a reason why it was not a good idea for some reason. I can't remember. It was quite a while ago when I set all that stuff up for how it was going to work.
I
We'll
mean, I
talk
think
about that and let you know.
I think MQT is good, but it could be also AVAX. I mean, it will depend on what strategy we want to go with. If we do MQT, then new coming people would have to buy MQT, so they would move the
Hmm.
market. But if
Yeah,
it's an extra step for new people to rent an NFT, so basically they have to buy MQT, then bring it, rent with this MQT. We could put in AVAX and we do an internal purchase. So it will depend. So we will discuss that, but it doesn't matter. So the currency is not an issue right there at all. So we will have to decide which one we want to use, or we use both, or all of them.
yeah. It's always nice to have options. Maybe, it's their miners. Maybe we let them decide what they want.
Yeah.
Because if they bring in MoveQuest, then they may need to sell it. So maybe they just want to bring in the USDT, which cuts down on the selling. So probably options would be a good thing. And if that's
All right.
why, it's probably a good thing to leave options. So there you go, Oscar. We will probably leave that option up to the owner of the NFT to decide what they want to take their leasing fee in. Is there a support email to send details of wallets, of what needs to be updated, fixed, of going through the Zoom support? Well, your best bet if you're in Discord would be to get it to Corey, um, or to Randy. And otherwise you can send it to hello@MoveQuest. But I can't guarantee you 100% that it's going to get instant attention because I'm not the one who answers the emails, and I have to make sure that Leslie is going through those emails. I'm not sure if she is. So let me verify that that's getting done. And if you know Herschel or Hayden or one of the, somebody that's in one of these groups, that's where I'd go first because they always can get to me right away, even if I don't answer other people. Reminding docs in the app, account 18, I have a discrepancy in the number of mining docs in the app, account 18. It only says 18. I did not receive Titans in the slot. Well, it depends. So if you just did this, then you would be in round 4 and they haven't received a Titan yet. If you've had 18 doc slots since, let's see, over the last week anyway, maybe 8 or 9 days, then you should have received Titans. So it depends on when you went to 18. So if you think there's a discrepancy, we just need to have that wallet. In fact, it wouldn't be a bad idea, I guess, to send them into emails. I guess if you guys have an issue, I'll make sure I look at those emails tomorrow. I'll make it a point. No fee to deposit into the golden hatchery, if you mean like what the incubator was, other than like what a blockchain fee would be. I'll send my wallet address to support. Okie dokie, that will work. It says 16. Sybil, I'm already forgetting if you said something to me. It only says 16. You're going to have to say more than that to me. I have enough MoveQuest and AVAX and external wallet, and it keeps saying not enough funds. Then that is probably a connection, right, Waleed? No, that would not be a connection. Why would it tell them it's not enough funds? Could be RPC node, is it? I'm getting to where I hate MetaMask, and it used to be my favorite wallet to use.
Not enough funds where? In the app when they unlock?
It says I have enough MoveQuest and AVAX in my external wallet, and it keeps saying not enough funds.
Yeah, so to unlock the slots. So to unlock the slots and the doc, go to the website and do it from the website. So if you have the funds in your external wallet, you need to do it from the Web3.
Oh, okay. That's why. If you're inside the app, Dustin, you have to have the funds in your expense wallet. So you have an e-wallet in there. That's your transaction wallet. So if you're inside the app, you have to have money in the internal wallet. You'd actually have to send funds over to it. Otherwise, just go to the website. And if you're using MetaMask on your phone, you have to go to the Discover. So you can open up a browser inside MetaMask in order to get to the Web3. Otherwise, you just use your computer. And
Yeah.
okay, good.
Always,
Thank you.
always do it from the website. It's better, and at least you have almost all the time the funds inside your external wallet. So unlock the slots from the website and priority. Do it from the app if you already have the funds inside the expense the fees wallet, the internal wallet.
Okay, David's asking, we have the deck slide link on Discord for presentations. We have the deck slide link. Not sure what you're asking me. Are you asking if we can make the deck slide available inside Discord? Is that what you're asking me? We have the deck slide link on Discord. What about the release of the reserve? I answered that already. Please just give us exactly date when we should. Well, really, money, if I could give you an exact date, I would have done so. I don't have an exact date. Would it be a good idea to be able to add the ability to transfer miners from the MoveQuest app rather than having to go through MetaMask? I have a couple devices, so I can only transfer miners on the MoveQuest website through my main MetaMask account I have connected. Would it be a good idea to add the ability to transfer miners? Well, you can transfer. Oh, I see what you're saying, to somebody else's wallet. I don't know about that function. What about that function, Wally? For a person to be able to transfer miners from their inventory inside the app, is there a way to let them transfer
No, absolutely
from
not.
the app? Okay.
Yeah,
Security wise. Yeah, that would be
yeah.
a nightmare, wouldn't it? If a hacked wallet. Yeah.
The reason why is that these are your assets, and the MoveQuest app does not have access to your assets. So even if hacked, this app could not basically rob you from your assets. So you manage your assets from MetaMask. So you can send back and forth from MetaMask. You can do it from the website. Actually, you can send your NFTs from there. The app is only responsible of sending assets from the app to your external, and that's it. So if you send your NFTs in your internal wallet, go to your internal wallet, you will see them, you click them, they will go back to your MetaMask. So we are not allowing any other type of transfer because we cannot access these assets anyway. They belong to your MetaMask.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a security nightmare. Waleed, okay. So Joseph is asking, what fitness tracker do we recommend? Because the Samsung Galaxy isn't really documenting their fitness properly, he said. So
Yeah.
do you recommend a Fitbit?
Yeah, I recommend the Fitbit. I recommend also what's called hold on.
That Zami?
Xiaomi are good. Yeah, also. Fitbit. Okay, I'm taking a look at
I
Fitbit because
recommend going to an Apple phone and using an Apple Watch. Boy, those are seamless. They are perfect every single time. Perfect.
yeah,
I
so
never have an issue with Apple.
yeah, Pixel Watch is good as well.
What
So
one?
Pixel Watch. So just for the
Pixel.
record, Pixel Watch and Fitbit are owned by Google, even if the app is terrible. I mean, I think they will fix it soon. But yeah, I mean, this one are good. The issue with Samsung is that they do not give information about your intensity steps. So we don't know what tier are your steps because they do not label the steps with their duration. So basically, they just saw all the steps at the end of the day uh, with an interval of 24 hours. So
With Bullish Moon, I got two questions. Is there any additional advantage to not claiming Bullish Moon every 10 days? So I have to talk to Nick and Waleed, but you use your same miners to submit for their proof of physical activity. So we could probably add that into the mining power of your Titan as well, couldn't we, Waleed?
yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
So that would be the advantage. And dock slots 15, 16, and 17 is all we need to get max Titans. No, you have to have all 18 open to qualify to get the Titans. Now, for all of you who are currently in round 4, worst case scenario, let's say we don't make it right to 2,500, you would be grandfathered into the third milestone, and you would all get a Titan that didn't get one that did go to 18. Okay, just so you know. So if you've gone to 18 and you haven't gotten a Titan yet because you are in the 4th milestone, if we don't reach 2,500, you will get the Titans. Just so you know, just that group of people, not everybody. Just those, like if there, let's say there's 100 people and that was it, that did it, we would make sure you got a Titan just because you did get to 18 and you would fall into the 3rd tier, which everybody already got the Titans for the 3rd milestone. So you won't be left out because you did go to 18. I don't want to, I mean, I can't be mean like that. How to mine Bullish Moon? Submit on the, in the app like you do. And at the very top, you'll see projects. So you'll see where you can mine for the MoveQuest token, tap on projects. It's like a little button at the top of your submit page, and it will open up Bullish Moon, tap Bullish Moon, and boom, you can submit for them as well. All in the same place. Is the Binance better tokenomics than Avalanche? Nope, they're not. Not right now, but they will be when we're done. They'll be better than what they are over on Binance Smart Chain. And then the MoveQuest, you'll be able to mine. We're wrapping it, so you'll be able to mine as well. So right now, no, Binance has not got better anything than Avalanche. Avalanche is the best, and we are going to be working on bringing Binance up to speed. Right, you got only 500 people over there or less that are mining, but that's a good thing for them because they're getting a lot of token that nobody else is getting. So it's a good thing for those who are there that have, continued to mine there. But it's not better on Binance than it is on Avalanche, just for that reason alone. You've got almost 10,000 people mining on Avalanche, less than 500 on Binance. So it makes a massive difference. But that's why I'm saying we're making some changes to Ignite Binance based on, a lot of things that we've learned on the Avalanche chain with a larger group of people as far as what to do on Binance to pick that up. Can I mine SafePal and MetaMask on the same device? Can I mine? Oh, and MoveQuest, I guess you're asking. You could use SafePal. SafePal, I have SafePal. I'm pretty sure it works. What do you think about the people who's trading with MoveQuest, buy low and selling high, and buying again and selling again? I really don't have an opinion on it. I'll tell you what I have thought about doing is changing the pool and charging a higher fee because the liquidity really isn't there for that type of trading yet. So it's just kind of milking the pool. Where if I was to charge the higher percentage on the buys and sells, it wouldn't make it worth it for people to do those smaller buys and sells. And so they would stop. But I would have to convert the pool, raise the fee, the trading fee. So right now it's at a 0.5%, and I would have to, bump it up to 1 to 3%, which means it would cost you more to sell and to buy. So I'm kind of waiting it out a little bit just to see what happens, but that would be worst case scenario. So what do I think about it? I don't really like to see it because I don't think people do it. I mean, whether they're part of MoveQuest or not, they just do. I don't necessarily like it, but I can't say if I wasn't, if I was trading something that I wouldn't be, getting what I could get on any kind of a trade, on any kind of a token anywhere. I just know myself, the liquidity isn't there to support high volume type trading like that at the moment because we're still growing the community. Once we have more liquidity, those type of trades aren't going to matter. They do affect it a little bit right now, but I don't know that it's significant enough to really worry about it. To me, it's not significant enough. Mostly what you see are people selling to submit. That affects it more than just, buy low, sell high. It hasn't gotten high enough for it to hurt anything. If there was no liquidity there and you were talking about a normal project with no sustainable liquidity or ecosystem, it would have already wrecked it. We would have been like all the other projects that are already gone. We've got the self-sustaining ecosystem, so it's strong, so it doesn't hurt it. It's just you don't like to see it, right? It's kind of ugly, but it doesn't hurt it. It's not hurting us. It's just not allowing it to do what it could do. If people were holding this token like it was gold, we would have already been sitting at the $300-400 mark on this token. But that's just life. It's just the way things rock and roll. But you were sharing with MoveQuest Black Titan can cost 3,200, right? So what I was explaining was when we lock it, the Titans are going to go up in value. I use the Titan as an example just to show you a visual of what the value of a Titan would be because the Vanguards are going to go up so extremely high where it costs you $800 right now to get your Vanguards and merge them into the Titans. It's going to be the same functionality. You still have to do the same thing. So where a Vanguard costs $800 right now to go through the process of minting the Vanguards and merging them to Titans, you have to use the MoveQuest to get the Vanguard. It's going to drive up what it will cost to get that Titan because it's going to cost so much more to get those Vanguards that have to be merged in order to get the Titan. That doesn't mean that that you're using the MoveQuest for the Titan. You're using the MoveQuest for the Vanguards. And it's going to essentially make those Titans that are $800 today. You're not using MoveQuest to get a Titan for $800 today. You're using MoveQuest to mint the Vanguard. And then you're merging them to get the Titan. And so that comes to a total cost of $800. In that same scenario, when we lock the MoveQuest and the MoveQuest hits a certain price, you're still going through the same steps. But now it's going to cost $3,200. It's going to cost $32,000. going through those same steps. But hopefully that clarifies what I was trying to. I can see where the confusion would come in at, but that's not what I meant by that. Dustin, if you need to go into Zoom tomorrow, they can probably help you. Go to chainlist.org and you'll see different RPC. Oh, wait, Waleed, you've got a feature right there on the site. Did you already answer Dustin on that? I think you did. No, Fran,
Yes.
the 8000 GFAM that you have right now are going to go way up in value, not devalue. I'm not sure why you think that, but that's a whole nother call. I'm going to have to explain that. If we don't claim MoveQuest, we can't claim BMET. If you don't, yeah, why would you not be able to claim your BMET if you can't claim MoveQuest? You don't have to claim MoveQuest in order to claim BMET. No, that was never said. In order to submit on the BMET token, you have to submit MoveQuest. You have to submit your proof of physical activity for MoveQuest first. When you submit, then you can submit for Bullish Moon. You can claim whatever you want after that. We don't care. You don't have to claim MoveQuest in order to claim the Bullish Moon token. I don't know who ever would tell you that, but that's not the case. So that's not. Can we partner with AVAX to achieve a discount in the fees? A discount in the fees? AVAX don't charge nothing now. And no, they wouldn't lower the fees for that. I mean, it's so cheap it doesn't cost. AVAX is low. Got a call with a company owner that did $1 billion in sales. Of course, that would be great. Would love it. I love talking to companies and making those connections because MoveQuest is going to be. We got a lot of plans for that. Thanks, Waleed, and Lynette for setting the standard. You're welcome. It's not been an easy task, but boy, it's been a road. It's been fun.
Okay.
No
Question
problem,
about
Ron.
Binance submission. So, yeah, CJ Jackson. So you said that you are not able to submit to Binance. I just did it. Just check if your network is not blocking the RPC for Binance, meaning that if you are on Wi-Fi, change it to 5G or 4G, so your data plan. But Binance works just fine for the submissions. Yeah. Second question about Binance. So right now, we did not update Binance because we are finalizing the last contracts on Avalanche. Once the contracts are done and finished, they will be basically cloned into Binance Smart Chain. So we cannot do it both because right now we are still working on the contracts, so the final version. And once the version is done, it will be deployed on Avalanche, then afterward on the Binance Smart Chain with the same version on both blockchains.
Yep, and you'll be able to mine with the 18 slots. The fees will go up on the Binance Smart Chain. Everything will be duplicated. So right now, you do have some advantages. And this is what I'm talking about with the chain list. So if you come to chainlist.org and then type in, you want to search for the Avalanche network, you can see here what nodes are up. So anything that starts with a WSS, you can't use it. And so like you can see here, these are up, but it changes all the time, which it literally looks pretty stable right now compared. Usually they're flipping all over the place. Oh, see how they just all, you can kind of watch. This is what's going on with those nodes in your MetaMask. So you can pick one, make sure you get an HTTPS, you can copy it. You just go into your MetaMask wallet and change the RPC under your security settings.
Yeah, Lynette, can you show them really quick on MoveQuest how to add the RPC?
Let me find
So
MoveQuest
this is
here.
yeah.
Why is that? Oh, I'm on the other one. Never mind.
All right. Um,
Hold on here. I got to stop sharing. I don't like opening my MetaMask on Zoom. I always lock my MetaMask on Zoom. Waleed, I really don't like doing this.
all right, yeah, no problem, no problem. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You don't have to do it. You can just show it in
Did
the
my
website?
password just go up on there?
No.
No. Okay, do not open MetaMask yet. Go back to the website real
Yeah,
quick.
I got to be too careful with all the smart contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Go to the website. So in the top left where you have Avalanche C chain, see it? Click
mhm.
it. Avalanche C chain on the top left.
Oh, the hit
Right there, yeah.
RPC.
Yeah. Click
So,
there.
yep, right there.
Okay. And
And then it will allow you to change it.
yeah, you click plus RPC and it will change the RPC.
So you can do it right there. You don't even have to go to that chain list. Okay. Yeah, I'm too picky with my you guys all I'm just like overly cautious maybe, but yes, Discord is reopened. You can find the link on the website. It's the old link that we had. So you're good to go there. If you have a compromised wallet, just notice somebody unlock all my miners ready to transfer. Can I set up a new wallet and get doc slots transfer plus a hatchery? Okay, so in this case, Clint, you would need to come into Zoom support to get all of that done. You can move your miners out right now. You can set up that new wallet, but in order to get the doc slots transferred and the hatchery handled, you need to come into Zoom support because there's some steps we have to take to ensure that you're the owner of that wallet, right? You'll give the private key over so that Waleed has that. He takes ownership of that wallet basically so that he can get everything transferred and we know the hacker is not getting anything. So we have to make sure you're not a hacker, right? That you're not the hacker in our Zoom right now asking for us to transfer everything. There are steps we take to ensure it's really you and that nobody else ever will have access to that wallet again. And yes, we can get the doc slots transferred as well as your hatchery to the new wallet, as long as we know 100% for certain that you're the owner of that wallet. The only way that you can prove that you are the owner is to relinquish that private key. Meaning you would never use the wallet again, nor would we. It would be a done deal, but it would be the only way that we would transfer. It's the only secure way we can make sure that it's really you. Nope, hold on to them GFAM tokens, Fran. You're sitting really pretty. Have you all considered making your own MoveQuest social media? No. No. I've got such a headache. With MoveQuest alone, I can't even imagine trying a social media. Now, we have talked about a messaging board where our community can communicate with each other through a messaging board. But oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine. We've done that once already, once probably, didn't we, years ago?
Yeah, we will never do that again.
No. The expense behind that, oh my God, it's ridiculous. 2,192 wallets. Yo, you guys, look, you're 8 wallets away from hitting the next milestone for Vanguards. 8. That is it. It's good regarding the missing miner to unlock. I checked the RPC and it's good regarding the missing miner to unlock. So you found the missing miner or you did not? Ricardo, send us your wallet address in the chat so I can go look it up. Or in the Q&A on Herschel or somebody will copy it for me. When will you get our other half of our mined MQT? I answered that already. I unlocked the last 2 slots to make it to 18. When do I see the Titans, please? As soon as we hit milestone 4, we have to reach 2,500 wallets, and then we send out the Titans. And the Vanguards come out every 100 milestones. What we're reaching, you don't get them instant. That's actually a bug. I have submitted before without looking at the date, but on further investigation, I submitted when everything said 0 for some reason. Usually when it does that, I have to restart the app, then the correct data shows up. But if you submit it at zeros, you paid and get nothing. It doesn't even allow you to submit with zeros. It grays itself out. You can't even submit. If you have 0 activity, you cannot submit. It won't allow you to submit 0 activity. So that is an impossibility. If we have navigators docked and we want to dock higher level miners, yep, you just undock and redock the ones you want. Yep. Yeah, all of you that are mining with navigators, undock them and plug in your trailblazers, and you don't, it's going to charge you the blockchain fee, which is like pennies if that, but it's not, we don't have a redocking fee on there anymore. We removed that, so it doesn't cost you anything. So absolutely trade them out. Maybe they're referring to the videos on the site. The videos. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait, I don't know. Maybe. It's a good possibility, but I'm not sure what you're referring to exactly, Ron. How to mine that bullish moon token. Just submit your activity. Submit your MoveQuest activity. Tap on projects, click bullish moon, and submit on bullish moon, same as you do MoveQuest. Will evolution fees rise as well? They will. Absolutely. Everything will rise as the token goes up, except your fees. If my step show is doing a total of 12,000 plus on Google, why does it show less on MoveQuest? Yeah, because you are probably not just using Google Fit. You're probably using Google Fit, Health Connect, or maybe Samsung Health. And we only get the data based on what you've given permission for us to get. It's a read-only data. So it depends on where it's coming from. I would suggest going into our Zoom support and having them look at your Health Connect and make sure that you're actually set up properly. So Google Fit, go look at Health Connect. Is Google Fit and Health Connect adding up? And see if Health Connect is what is coming across to MoveQuest. How to reach all the people in slots 15 and 16 who are still asleep. Well, I guess if they don't wake up, they miss the boat. We get plenty of, information. If they were plugged in, they would have known. We've been doing this for almost 3 weeks now. So if they are sleeping, they're sleeping. You can't, like I always say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So if they're not paying attention, they're not paying attention, which is silly if you spent money. How do I swap MoveQuest to USDT? Go to Uniswap or go into your wallet and make the swap, just like you would any other token. What I mean is Discord was where to go for the support announcement. Oh, we don't offer support in Discord anymore because of too many people getting hacked. So I have informed all admins, all our support teams, not to assist any support in Discord whatsoever. Zero support is offered in Discord. You have to come to Zoom if you need assistance in that way. It's the only way we can protect our community. There's just too many people that fall for these people, these hacker people. I still don't believe it, but they do. So if you have something, you got to pop into Zoom. Okay, I'll tell the website with extra wallet. Is there anything else I'm missing? Yes, I'm asking for access to the deck site. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll get the deck slides up on the site. And I can also send them over to Corey and ask him to put them in Discord for people. Pretty bad you got to ask for them in Discord. We need to get them on the site. So I can do presentations. You can do presentations with the updated information 100%. Yes, we'll make sure you got stuff is available. Not everyone can wear a watch. Some people get burnt. My daughter, okay, try the Aura ring. Some people have said it doesn't do the fitness. I have the Ultra Human ring and it does get my fitness very well. And don't they have a necklace or a band now, Waleed, too, I've seen?
No, necklace, no, but
Another.
Samsung has a ring
What
as well. So
Samsung has a ring? Yeah. What about was it Whoosh or Whoops or something? I don't know, something like that. It's just a band. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, some people are sensitive to those watches. The Samsung 7 watch won't pick up workouts, but you have to start a workout. It should pick them up. And I am not a Samsung person, so I'd go into support. They can help you get that set up. I just opened 10 decks. Congratulations, Sandy. We will get you 8 more, probably shortly after this call. So we are not open BNB mining in the near future. Yeah, well, it is open now, and we are opening it in the near future. So I am wanting to get the last 3 slots unlocked. $80 in USDT, or have to use MoveQuest. You have to use MoveQuest. Haven't been able to submit in the Binance chain the past few days. I've been submitting for 2.5 years. No problems. Okay, Waleed, address that. It does work. It's probably RPC. Dustin Smith is still not working. Dustin, you probably have to come into Zoom because I can't see anything here. Or go into Discord and ask them to see when is a good time where I don't know. Unless you want to hang out here for a minute when this is over with, maybe Waleed and I can help you, but it's getting kind of late. It's almost midnight. We've been on here forever. Oh my God, I never do this. Thanks. Now I understand, but the combination fee of 450 USD. Nope, it won't. Oh yeah, the 450. As far as I know, I mean, I'm not going to give you a for sure on that because I don't know what is going to transpire fee wise. It's all based on algorithms and what works. But the MoveQuest, yes, it's affected through the Vanguard, and right now we don't have any plans to change the 450 because the MoveQuest is going to affect that. So probably it won't change, but I don't want to say it won't because I can't guarantee that down the road, 3 to 5 years from now, things change as far as like the the liquidity and its stability and all the algorithms. The way it's set up right now, it's stable and it should stay that way all the way through because the MoveQuest is what adjusts the rates, and that's what's the most important is the MoveQuest uh, coming out of circulation, the use case of it, the scarcity, the demand, all that stuff. So it's really not the USDT. It's the MoveQuest that is the big factor in everything. So I would give you probably a 95% that it wouldn't change anything drastic. External, I tried it on phone. It says not enough funds. I'll try and mess with it. I don't understand, Dustin, why you're having problems with it. It's got to be something really simple, and I don't know what it could be. If you are you on WhatsApp at all? If you are, look for MoveQuest groups or send Hayden or Herschel your information somehow so we contact you or you can contact us
And I
or
believe he
send
may
an
have
email.
mentioned this earlier or what have you, but I'm just going off of this last post. Said he put AVAX in both internal and external. You have to make sure you have MQT to unlock the docking slots.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
unlocking the dock slots. Do it, guys, from the website. So from the website, you should not have any problem. You should have already your MQTs right there, and just unlock it from the website. It will be much easier,
But
much
there's
faster.
not a problem using the app. There's no problem there. Some people don't have a computer, they have a device that they're
Yeah,
using.
No,
there is no problem using the app. However,
no MQT.
when they come to
You have
the
to fund it.
yeah, usually they have the funds inside the external wallet, and you can do it. I mean, you have to do extra step. You would have to go anyway to the website to fund your internal wallet with MQTs. Then, so rather you do it from the website. It will be much faster to do it and to unlock it from the website.
Hey, Kai Chain will be coming down. I can't remember why Waleed you said we still don't have it down, but we're not supporting Kai Chain because Rod is not supporting his blockchain. Now, if he starts to support it, then we would have no issue. But right now, it's almost impossible to even do anything with it because they don't update anything. And why is it, Waleed, that you haven't taken it down? You told me why you didn't want to.
No, we are taking it down. It's just a design. It's just a design issue. So you see this kind of switcher that you switch in the app with the what's called with the blockchain. So you have Kitechain, Binance Smart Chain, and Avalanche. So yeah, so it looks nice with 3 blockchains. So if I remove one, it would be 2, and it would be a little bit messy. So I'm reworking this design for the switcher, so we can have only 2 chains right there.
Okay. Put AVAX in both internal. Okay, we already answered that. I would like to be able to help you on that, Dustin. So if you don't, send an email to hello@movequest.com. And I'm going to make sure I answer those emails tomorrow. I don't know. Leslie may be on top of it and she'd be able to get the help you need right away anyway. I just don't know for sure. I found if you are showing zeros, close everything. Yes, 100%. If you're showing zeros and your balance doesn't, that could be it. If your MetaMask is not syncing properly, it happens to me a lot. It'll show zeros in some wallets, and I know I got money in it. So I'll go into Trust Wallet, and I'll check those wallets, and they show balances, but MetaMask doesn't. Keep having problems with MetaMask, I would suggest getting your private key out of MetaMask. Have a choice which one you want to use if one is, faulty. Thanks, Kathy. I forgot all about that, but you're so right. Then opening my docs, can someone please check my wallets? And opening my docs, what do you want us to check? You got to be a little more specific than that, Tina. What am I checking for? There's so many things I could be checking for. Am I checking how many Trailblazers you have? Am I checking how many doc slots you have open? Am I checking, what am I checking?
Yeah,
That
Tina.
would help me out a lot.
Yeah, so Tina, you still have the 17th and 18th slots not unlocked yet. I see that you have the phones to unlock them in your wallet. So go ahead and do it from the website. So This is for Tina.
Okay. Did you get that, Tina? Because I was like, okay, I don't know what you're asking.
Yeah, I've checked the wallet, by the way.
Okay, very good, very good. You can also go to the wallet checker on the website. Go to the dashboard, go to wallet checker, and it's going to show you exactly how many doc slots you have left to open. Well, I get that Zoom is not feasible for everyone, but we have to be very secure with our users. We can't uh, do things that make them susceptible to being, you know, scammed. And unfortunately, assisting people in Discord left it wide open because what people do is they imposter our admins and they pretend to be them and they're really not. And what they do is they get you into a side chat and they ask you for stupid things or to click on a link and people click on the link and they steal everything you got because you clicked on a phishing link, giving them approval to wipe your wallets out. So while it's not feasible and it's not convenient, and trust me, I wouldn't like it either, it is the most secure way. And it's a heavy expense on us to even offer that support because that, people don't do that for free. So but it's important to us that our community is secure, and that's why we offer the Zoom. And I get it, it's not feasible, but
You can
you can go to the website. Yeah, you can go to the website, use Questy. You can send in an email. Discord will answer questions, okay? But they won't assist you with wallet issues and things of that nature. If you've got a question, a general question, there's all kinds of people in Discord that will answer your questions, quick questions. But if you're needing support because something's not working for you, or you can't get something connected, or you're having an issue with your wallet, the last thing you want to do is be working with somebody who's pretending to be us and they're not. And that's why we have you go into Zoom because it's a real life person and it's just safer. And I do get it's not convenient, but it's the best we can do. Any idea when we'll have I would love to have it soon. It will be in Florida, the first one, I believe. And I'm working it out right now with a resort that I personally really like and have stayed at many, many times over the years. So basically, I mean, you've got the restaurant, you've got the convention center, it's got the pool, the hot tub, it's all beachside. You don't even have to leave if you don't want to. Everything you want is there, bar, whole bit. That's what I'm working on right now. Would love to have our first event this year yet, but if not, we will be having one we're not far away. We're getting closer and closer. Takes a lot of planning, especially for the type of event that I want. You guys, you're welcome. 3 hours. I can't believe it. I'm getting tired too. Do you know why there is an issue trying to swap MoveQuest to AVAX? Tried for almost 2 hours. Go to Uniswap. Is it Uniswap or Sushi Swap? It's Uniswap. Can't remember. I'm on so many of them. Uniswap. If you can't do it in your wallet, yeah, go to Sushi Swap or Uniswap, and we even have it on the dashboard of MoveQuest. It'll say buy MoveQuest. Click it, it'll take you right to Sushi Swap or Uniswap. If it's that you're trying to swap MoveQuest to AVAX, then just do the reverse. Make sure AVAX is on top, MoveQuest is on the bottom, and make your swap. Easy peasy. Do you know why there is an issue trying to swap MoveQuest to AVAX? Oh, I just answered that one. I would use Uniswap. Thank you guys. What's weird is I've unlocked 18 slots on 2 devices, but my other 2 devices are being weird. Oh, good. So it did work for you. Maybe update your devices. If MetaMask has an update and those 2 devices aren't updated, it will be quirky. It won't work. Yeah, crypto.com is good. I like them. That's a great wallet. Delray Beach. So about a half hour from West Palm Beach. It's the Delray Sands Resort, and it's got the Latitudes restaurant and bar there. So for those of you who are interested in looking at where I'm considering holding the event, it's the Delray Sands Resort in Delray Beach, Florida. It's the only hotel in Delray Beach. Even though it's a very busy area, Delray is only a 1 mile radius. With internal, external, write it on the phone. So it's not in the phone. Oh, is this just, how am I getting these over and over again? If everyone had all 18 Titans, how? Oh, if everyone had all 18 Titans, this thing would be on fire. Submission fees would all be up. Everybody would be mining at the highest mining power. Tons of liquidity because every eco feature would be used to elevate to the highest power, but that will never happen. That's why we have all the different levels of miners, but it would be great. Mansoor, we greatly appreciate you too. We appreciate our whole community. We have answered all 182 questions. That is a record.
Yes, indeed.
183.
But no,
Nobody can say I didn't do it.
absolutely. And we maintain 200, above 200 people from start to finish.
Wow, that's awesome. I think we had our highest, what do we have, almost 500 on tonight.
Maxing out slightly below 500
Yeah.
for the evening. But once again, Ms. Lynette, you, Waleed, we definitely appreciate you being willing to take the time to go through and get, all the questions answered from the community. So that's definitely appreciated. We're going to allow you and the rest of the community to go ahead and get some rest this evening. If Hayden has anything, if not, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, everyone.
Hayden, you're a trooper.
This is a legendary one. It's going down in the history books.
Right.
In fact, MoveQuest is definitely making history. 100%.
Dustin, congratulations! You've opened the doc. So yeah, I was going to tell you to join me in Zoom to check that.
Dustin. Oh, he said I got it to work. Look at.
There you go. There you go.
Awesome. Yay.
They call that
Oh, wow. Carolyn, you live in Delray. I just got back from Delray a few weeks ago. So it's, you know where I'm talking about. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? I love that resort. It's awesome. 100%. All right. I'm out of here.
Anything from anyone else? Hayden, anything? Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one.
I'm good. Have an awesome evening.
Have an awesome. Hayden says, have an awesome evening.
Have an incredible morning.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. We're going to go ahead and wrap it here.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Yeah, just keep it low, Betty. Earn MQT every stride. Build your bag, don't let it slide. Come, step by step, I'm stacking gold. Every mile a story told. Feet on fire, hearts unfold. Run it up, chase the dream. Coins and sweat, a winning team. Pain. Move to earn, move to live. MoveQuest shows what life can give. Earn MQT every stride. Build your bag, don't let it slide. Move to earn, move to live. MoveQuest shows what life can give. Earn MQT every stride. Build your bag, don't let it slide. Every step's a fortune chase. Huddle strong, keep up the pace. Freedom's written in this race. Know your coins, hold your ground. Watch the value spin around. Financial freedom feels so sweet. One more step, a new heartbeat.